duelists of the world. Hello and welcome. Live from Ariake, Japan, you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2026. However you may be watching and wherever you may be watching from, thank you for joining us for day 3 of this 3-day competition to determine the strongest duelists in the world across 4 different types of Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got Duel Links Speed Duel, Duel Links Rush Duel, Master Duel, and of course the TCG, which is where we're going to begin our matches today. Hello everybody, I'm Jerome McHale, and I'm here with 3 former World Championship competitors. First off is Marcello.
Yeah, hi everyone, and welcome to Sunday indeed. We had an amazing day yesterday where we saw our competitors, 30 duelists from all over the world, battling through 7 rounds of Swiss and then the quarterfinals, and we are now down to the 4 remaining. So it will be an amazing one.
And we have Asala as well.
Yes, hello again, everybody. Very excited to watch these 4 players play it out. We do have 2 players from North America. I'm very excited to see them, but their competitors, their opponents for this round are going to be no easy feat to destroy.
Indeed, and Billy.
Yeah, absolutely amazing day yesterday. I can't believe the World Championship for 2026 is coming to a close, but it's going to end in an epic fashion, and I can't wait to see who's going to become the World Champion.
All right, so we played through 7 rounds yesterday as well as the quarterfinals. So first we're going to get a brief recap of how all this is working. So this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship, and we are determining the greatest duelists in the following categories. Trading card game, we're down to our last 4. Duel Links Speed Duel, Duel Links Rush Duel, we have our finalists ready, and the same goes for Master Duel as well. Here's the rules for the TCG. You play 1 match per round. First to win 2 duels wins the match. We started with 30 players and made it down to 8 after 7 rounds of Swiss yesterday. We played the quarterfinals yesterday. You see that right there, down to 4. And now here on day 2, and that's where we are right now, we're going to give you both semifinals in the single elimination rounds as we find our 2 finalists who will meet on the final stage later today. In the qualifier rounds, the time limit was 50 minutes, and if you weren't done after that, there was no winner. Both players would receive a loss. But here in the top 8, there is no time limit at all. We will play until there is a winner. As for decks, duelists had only used the deck which they registered for the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG World Championship, and they do that as they arrived here in Japan. Cards that were not listed on the submitted deck list cannot be used. Once you submit the list, it cannot be changed. During the matches themselves, you can swap cards between your side deck and the main deck between the first 2 duels and Duel 2 and number 3. However, after each match, you must return your deck to the original state as was written on your deck list at the start of the event, and you can't pre-sideboard or anything like that. Finally, duelists are not allowed to swap cards between their main deck and the side deck for the first duel of the match. So even if you know what your opponent is playing, you're going to have to deal with it with just the cards that you wrote down for your main deck. Alright, so the top 8 single elimination rounds do not have a time limit. However, that doesn't mean you have infinite time. You are still expected to play at a proper pace, and you can still receive slow play penalties, though they will not have a time extension attached to them as you might be used to, since there is no time limit to extend. Duelists can concede a game in the interest of time, or if they can no longer win, and if they wish to concede, they must call a floor judge to inform them of the concession. They'll inform us and all of you at home of the concession by putting the white surrender flag card onto the field. And speaking of the field, here's who's left in the semifinals. From the United States, it's Logan Johnson. From Canada, we have Mario Angelo D'Amico. From the United Kingdom, Josh Kelly. And representing Asia is Hinfun So. Lots of powerful competitors here today. I think we got to see all of them throughout the day yesterday, finishing up with that Sky Striker mirror match at the end of last night. I think it's good for him that the quarterfinals were played yesterday and not today, because being able to get a good night's sleep after that sort of match can only do you good. It would be terrible to have to go straight to the semifinals after such a brain burner.
Yeah, that last match between the Sky Striker Mirror, we knew it was going to be a long and a tough battle, and it was an excellent match between 2 really good duelists, but Hinfeng So came out on top in that Sky Striker Mirror match despite his Pot of Desires luck. That was a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, an epic match, and yeah, I think that night of sleep's really going to help him be fresh here this morning, but he's going to be taking on Mario D'Amico, who is one of the best players of this past year, made it here from Canada. Canada representing the country, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. It's our first semi-final match here at the World Championship 2026 here in Japan. We have Cool Toon up against Sky Striker.
Yeah, this should be a match that all of you three are pretty familiar, because you know it was the run that, of course, Ryan Yu had winning the NAWCQ. It was the only Sky Striker deck in a top 8 of Cool Toons, and I think it shows because the two duelists representing NA in this case are both on Cool Toon, and the two remaining Cool Toon players in the top 4.
All right, you see a strong start here for Hin Feng So. He's going to be starting with Engage, chaining Linkage to send the Engage to the graveyard to immediately special summon a Sky Striker Link monster, and it's going to be, looks like a Hayate.
Interesting.
Just trying to get many Link monsters into the graveyard to feel like, or to fuel that Litmus Gate later in the turn.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what he decides to add off that Engage. It's going to be a copy of Rose.
Wow.
You can't banish for both. One's in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, he's already
He
off
has to
to
be scarred.
He didn't have to start with Desires, so his whole deck is accessible to him. So definitely a good start reference to where he was yesterday.
Perhaps we do have Desires in hand, you know, and we have just, you know, some scar tissue there. So
he knows to hold it now, not to lose all his roses. But the rose comes down to the field, and now they will be both sent to the graveyard for a leak summon. What we can only assume will be Sky Striker
Camellia.
Camellia. Okay, so he's going to be able to send another spell to the graveyard. But
And
Mario,
he's going to check the graveyard there and says, hold up.
Yep,
Check real fast.
maybe he wants to stop him from sending something else down. Maybe he wants to save his effect negation for when the Kagari is going to try and add it back. But we'll see what Mario decides to do here.
Maybe just trying to prevent a Ray from hitting the graveyard up to this point, which is, you know, not necessarily the best use of interaction when you have such easy access to Rose with the Kagari just being able to add back either the Engage or the Linkage from the graveyard.
Exactly. Very dangerous spot here for Mario. So every point of interaction is going to have to be timed perfectly.
I mean, that is why Striker has been so strong against a deck like Cool Toon. It has so many small points of interaction, a lot of really fair trades that Striker takes such good advantage of.
There's just so many of them that if you pick the wrong one, they're just going to go right past you and start snowballing those cards.
Looks like Mario is really considering, I think, the Ray thing that you were mentioning there, and it's going to be Ghost Ogres who's going to try and get the Sky Striker monster off the field before there is a Ray in the graveyard.
This makes sense, cutting off potentially all future links from here. No Kagari, no Zero, if there's not another linkage, but there might be.
yeah, there might be indeed.
It is a second copy of Linkage. Really strong start here for Hin Feng So. You see Mario take a deep breath there, thinking about if he has another chain potentially, or if this is just an unfortunate scenario opening up with those double copies of Sky Striker Mobilized Linkage.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell by the way that he was playing, you know, with the Yad and the Camellia that he had something else going. Otherwise, he would surely go for, you know, a different line, but still might as well. And now he's in the Lemnis Gate. Okay.
You have just getting those resources available in the graveyard to potentially recycle off the various effects that you have access to, not necessarily needing to go into the deck. And we have infinite permanents for the Kagari, trying to cut it off here. This could be the pivotal interaction right now, being able to cut off future engages. No access to Ray in the graveyard at the moment. Not going to be easy to summon a Zero from this position.
Yeah, only 2 cards left in hand for Hin Feng So, and 2 linkages gone. If he just goes into Shizuku Pass, this would be excellent position here for Mario.
Indeed.
We did get a peek at an Ash Blossom from Hin Feng's hand, so at least some form of interaction on Mario's turn.
Not the strongest thing that's Cool Toon, unless maybe one of the starters would be like a spell like Synchro Overtake or Duelist Genesis.
Or sometimes,
Or sometimes it's enough if they just have one monster potentially.
yeah, it works on every single starter in the deck if it's the only one. There is the Shizuku. It looks like it might be a pass here. Do we have any back row? Okay, it looks like there's one set here.
Okay. Not the worst position here for Mario.
Worst case scenario potentially is a Forbidden Crown that would make it impossible for Mario to end the game this turn. Well, all near impossible.
I don't know.
I mean, Crown is such a strong card against Cool Toon too, because not only are you stopping that surge, it means they won't be able to synchro with it afterwards, and versus like something like a similar like effect negation.
And we might have another interruption here.
Is there something in the end phase? Is it a Magma? Oh, we have Clip!
Oh, Clip! Cool Tune Clip.
All right, still in the main phase then.
Does
we
he
are
have
going
mix?
to. Yeah.
Oh! He has
into
the
Tracker
Clip
to
in
get
the
rid of
mix.
Shizuku.
This is huge!
This is going to wrap up very quickly, I feel.
And it's brutal because if that's a quick play spell, it can't be used this turn.
Absolutely.
And the Ash Blossom won't be able to stop the Track Maker because he's going to go Chainlink 1 Track Maker to add Chainlink 2 Clip and Mix to take out a card from the extra deck, and that Shizuku will be sent to the graveyard. No access to Ray means nothing will be coming back to the field as well. So now the question is, does Mario have a Cool Tune monster in hand? I mean, he's going to be able to get something off Track Maker, but if that card, I don't know what he could actually have for Hinfeng to be okay in this game. I mean, the Ash Blossom checks the Cool Tune Synchro.
Everything simply buys time at this point. There is no starter. Like, without being able to top deck a playable card, being almost certainly just engage a Ray at this point.
Would Ray even do it? Does it have to be engaged?
I think
Because you need more cards. Like he just
Ray
hasn't got anything to play.
Ray has access to a lot of tools in the graveyard, and at least puts a Ray in the graveyard and forces a lot of interaction. I think a singular Ray might be better than an Engage, because Engage is actually so easily stopped by the Cool Tune strategy.
That's true.
I think Ray by itself is the best possible top deck.
I think if you had to ask Mario before this match started if he went second, this would be something he would be looking for, an ideal turn just like this. I mean, opening up with the Clip and Mix together, something we don't see too often, but when it happens, it's usually a snowball for the Cool Tune duelist.
I mean, what a combination of cards in hand. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, infinite impermanence, Clip with the Mix in hand, and being able to potentially still play after the fact. We got Cool Tune Synchro in the hand, Trackmaker on the field, still a mystery card in hand as well, and the draw for turn.
On the other hand, I gotta say, I'm not so convinced by the line that we have seen from Infung Tsang.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, I think we went really all in, which I think could have made sense against a deck like Josh or against a combo heavy deck. But when you're up against Cool Tune and they have so many interruptions, I think you played in a different way.
If he has any Cool Tune monster, he's just going to start with the Synchro Summon to go into RS.
And it's the best one. It's Rico. He gets to go after the Spell and Trap as well.
Yes, and he could go into Zaylin right here if he wants. Yep, there's Zaylin. Rico's going to go after the set card. If he chains it, he can negate it.
It's Widowmaker. He can go ahead and attempt to try to take, but that might just force the Zaylin right now.
Now, does Mario have any other Cool Tune monsters in hand? I would have to think yes, because he didn't bother even normal summoning the Rico, so I would have to guess his hand is Cool Tune Synchro plus another Cool Tune monster. And all Hinfeng So has here is an Ash Blossom, and there it is, normal summon Cool Tune Q. He knows he has...
That should be a surrender immediately. There is no way to stop this. A singular Ash Blossom cannot possibly take this down.
He's going to Ash it. Yeah. But here...
You got to try. Like, there's no point in just giving up.
So he's going to attack in the battle phase, activate Cool Tune Synchro. Doesn't matter what you add, he's going to be able to go into back-to-back and attack for game.
Yeah, I mean, great way to start the day for Mario. As mentioned, long days yesterday, grueling duels, but
Mario's hand, both players using every card that they had at their disposal in these first couple turns.
Oh,
sure, we're resolving Q.
Attack.
Just take the Pot of Desires away from it before it could go wrong again.
Yeah.
And a surrender. Wow.
Game one.
Mario up game one. You couldn't have asked for a better hand to counter. And yeah, as you mentioned, Hinfeng So kind of going all in.
A very greedy line, trying to get maximum value, getting 3 spells engraved for the Engage. Did not necessarily have to do that. Could have easily just tried to set up 0 in the end phase with those several linkages that he had, trying to start it so early. Wasn't necessary, but we saw that he maybe didn't have enough spells in hand to try to play on his opponent's turn. He was trying to dig for more interactions. We saw the Ash Blossom. We saw the Widow Anchor. That was really all that was there. That was not more engine that was trying to generate value.
Yeah, just a phenomenal start here for the Canadian duelists. I know everyone at home from Canada is watching, cheering on their player, and
it's been a while for them.
It has, and now Mario just 1 game win away from going to the finals of the World Championship. And he's been trying so hard, doing so well, winning YCS, is getting close last year coming to the WCQ, didn't give up, did the points grind through the regionals, kept playing, got double qualified this year to come, and now he could be our next world champion. But this match is not not over. You can't count out our duelist from Asia. He's played pretty well yesterday. Not a great start, but when both players use all their cards in their opening hand, you can kind of chalk it up to, I mean, a little bit of a greedy play, but that, like, yeah, sometimes your opponent just draws the counter hand to what you had, and it was played to perfection by Mario, and that's why he's in the position he's in.
Absolutely. I had a talk with Ryan Yu last night. He says, I'm on Sky Striker training duty. He's going to play with Mario up until as much as he could to prepare him for this matchup today. And I think it paid off.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely. Just knowing how to do the interactions, like having the Ogre, the Imperm, just absolutely beautiful, played to perfection. Like, love to see it. And just polar opposites of what we saw at the end of the day yesterday, where that game went on for a long time. This one was done in mere minutes.
Well, Cooltoon is so notably good at ending games quickly. One way or another if the game is going to end.
Yes. The double attacking for everything is just, it's so much damage. There's nothing you can do once it starts getting you.
Yeah, especially when you start your turn by synchro summoning for Zaylan the Shackled Dragon, like, yeah, things are going your way pretty nicely. Yeah, it's just
absolutely.
I mean, clip and mix, man.
Yeah, what a combo! What a combo. Now, would you agree that post side striker is the favored matchup in going into this?
I actually think game one is important for Skyriker because the thing is the surprise factor is gone. As you have mentioned, Mario played and saw the dominance of Ryan, and they adjusted his side deck for this matchup. We saw it yesterday, playing cards like Lightning Storm in there, and I do think game one was really important. Now, especially with the preparation coming from the NAWCQ champion, I think you gotta have odds in favor of him, just because he's gonna have a lot of tools, and no matter what, he's also gonna have a game free if we get there where he gets first.
That's true.
It's looking good for him, I gotta say.
Yeah, winning game one is definitely important. You want to have access to going first game three when you have those powerful side deck cards, as you mentioned. Given we haven't seen any Solemns from him so far, we have seen the Lightning Storm and the Illusion Cage, so even maybe more favored going second because he has access to Lightning Storm in his side deck. I don't particularly think he's going to put in Illusion Gate, even though he could take the Ray, right? But you have to do that pretty early before you lock in tuners.
Yeah, but we do know that Hinfeng, he sides the Solemn Brigade, Solemn Accusation, Solemn Judgment. He used those in that Sky Striker mirror match, so we can expect those cards to come in here to try and counteract the field wipes like Lightning Storm and some of those blowout spells that might be going in from Mario's side.
Yeah, it could definitely go either way in this position. But, I mean, both players have prepared up to this point. We talk about Mario and his preparation playing the NAWCQ, knowing to expect Sky Striker, but the other players first after Swiss, still here in top 4. Clearly, there's a reason he has gotten this far with Sky Striker. He's played against so many cool tunes up until this point. You can't count him out.
First after Swiss, started 6-0, did end up losing the last round, but was the strongest duelist of the Swiss portion of the tournament. You can guarantee he lost a couple of game ones in that first round of duels. But we saw Mario on stream yesterday win a dominating game one, but then lost the next two. So
and I gotta say, on the other end, we saw the resilience of Infung yesterday pretty well, especially with the Desires. During the Swiss, he won without engaging deck, like banishing all 3, and then in Top Cut, he won without Rose. So, he's really showing us what he can do with
Yeah,
deck,
he's putting himself under a handicap every time, playing the mini game, seeing what he can do without certain cards in his deck.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the difference maker. Like, even though Desires kind of backfired on him a couple times, at least he always had it. But we're going to see if he's going to start off with something like that here in game number 2. He's going to try at going first again. I mean, you can't expect your opponent to draw a clip mix every single time.
No. It's not very likely. Clip especially, it's generally been cut down on.
Yeah, usually
you only play the one.
Yeah, usually a one of, yep. All right, let's see if we start off with another engage. Maybe he has a Ray or a Rose. Looks
Definitely a Rose this time. Oh, and that's a Solemn Judgment.
All right, starts with Rose. Do we have a Milcharmy? No Milcharmy Fualos.
I imagine those weren't particularly kept in. A Shizuku immediately here. That is going to be hit with Ghost Mortar.
Does he have the linkage or something to dodge?
I feel like if you had linkage, you wouldn't go into Shizuku first. I mean, maybe you would. Oh, is that a pass? No, there's no way
he
it's a
wants
pass.
to read Ghost Mortar.
Does prevent him from using its effect now, and would take some damage if he chose to link away into something else.
I wonder if that's the part that he was checking is...
Yeah, was it worth taking the damage? I don't think you particularly care in this matchup.
No, you just got to win this one. Just win.
We do have access to what seems like a Widow Anchor and a Solemn Judgment in hand. That could be enough. The Judgment can do quite a lot. definitely can buy himself another turn.
Just sets 1, sets 2, sets 3, sets 4.
That was 2 different Solemn set.
All right, let's see what Mario has. Does he have some cards to force out those powerful traps that he has set? So we didn't get to see any Sky Striker spells, but he has plenty of defensive options to slow Mario down.
Well, that might be what it is. So if you lose the 1,500 there and then have to pay half and then have to pay 15 or 3.
All you need is 1.
Let's see. Big moment.
Can we start with the Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, anything of the like? I'll take a Denko Sekka.
All right, he's going to start with normal summon Q. No blowout
Right.
side deck cards. Imagine this will be met by that Widow Anchor. But he can't take it, so not as impactful.
Yeah.
But you still have to stop this effect, because otherwise you're going to have to stop the effect of whatever the Q is summoning. And yeah, it's going to be Widow Anchor negating the effect.
The weakest interaction being used first here.
Does he have another? Oh, and Fallen of the Virtuous, so all live cards.
Okay.
Gonna try and get the Cool Toon monster off the field before he can use the Synchro from the hand, and gonna send the Dragon that Devours Dogma.
All right, Q leaves the field here. No chain of Cool Toon Synchro given. That would have happened in response to the Widow Anchor, most likely.
Mario probably not have the strongest of hands going into the Think Tank here.
Yeah, potentially has a lot of those soft responses trying to hinder Hinfeng's turn. Not particularly useful when he has to play zone.
He has to get the Shizuku off the field, otherwise he'll be able to continue going on to more Sky Striker plays, but just a set card face down. Not a good hand here for Mario,
Wow.
and a pass back. So Hinfeng So with another opening after he adds another copy of Fallen of the Virtuous off this Dragon that Devours Dogma.
Yeah, unfortunate here. Now he's gonna get a full turn where he can really put into work his Sky Striker engine with the Ayate.
I mean, could easily attempt to go for the game shot here, having a Link Monster already on the field, just being able to get access to linkage would do a lot if we can get that far. Not currently any access in Grave, so it would not be the simplest thing to do.
Yeah.
And just considering where Mario set that Spell Trap, it's almost always an infinite impermanence.
Makes a lot of sense. He's trying to line up into something he might want to stop. All right, what did he draw? This is a big draw here.
It was Lemnis Gate.
I think so as well.
All right, well, he can still go into Hayate and start trying to find his way to some Sky Striker spells.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just going to play this nice and slow. He has the back row to do it. He can easily stop every single turn that Mario has, considering the information he got from that previous turn, not enough pushes. So if he stops to push every single turn, he's good to go. He only needs to make one more turn.
Do you Solemn Judgment, if this is an infinite permanence, do you Solemn Judgment it to make sure your Hayate can go through so you can get your strategy online, or do you keep trying to grind out?
No, I just grind it out. Like, play it nice and slow. Shizuka can go a long way. You just need to make sure you stop your opponent's next singular play, so then you could do it all next turn.
The issue is nowadays, I think they only play one maybe of the Shizuku, so it's not like the good
That's
old
fair,
days.
that's fair.
So, you know, you can't really go into a full-on grind game. But I mean, you can just keep the Ayate there if they infinite impermanence here and get away with it, I think. Like,
I mean, even a Kagari setting Anchor again would have been fine.
yeah. But I agree with you that we can just take it slow at this point. I mean, we already have a lot of one-for-one interactions, so...
Yeah, I think this game's looking pretty favorable for Hinfeng So.
And yeah, Mario is also considering what to do, but...
Because, yeah, I think, if he imperms this, he might be cutting off Engage, but yeah, the Kagari being able to add back Widow Anchor would be enough with a weak hand here from Mario.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the 15, let him send it. Looks like he's going to hold. We don't know what the set is. We're just kind of assuming it's something
it
that
could just be a bluff.
Yeah, it could be a bluff, but he's going to send down the Engage, maybe try and stop the Kagari.
That would make sense, because the Kagari would always pose a threat. Might as well cut that off and hope for the best into what remains.
So let's see if it is the infinite impermanence indeed.
You could have like a hand interaction as well, which would be even stronger since he wouldn't be able to Solemn Judgment it.
Okay.
Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion.
Fair enough.
Well, that's the one you can't stop with the Solemns.
very powerful against an effect like Zero, but still strong enough here.
Does he play another copy of Shizuku? It's kind of tough because you mentioned, having to
almost
include more
certainly not.
monsters for the Fallen and the Virtuous, and especially that he's playing the Dragon that Devours Dogma on top of the others as well.
Yeah, it's almost exclusively a one-of, but I just every time I look at Striker, I think in my head, I'm so used to them having 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, and the game taking 3 hours.
Looks like he looks like he's eyeing the Amatsu. You did mention he drawed the Limits Gate, so getting more Sky Striker Ace monsters in the graveyard, not a bad idea.
Yep, and trying to put up as many interruptions as he can. Limits Gate being, or sorry, the Amatsu being able to change an effect from Mario.
There it is. And yeah,
another
just set the Lemnis, set the Fallen.
All right, Mario's going to need a big top deck here. Now, if he does have Imperm set and draws something like Lightning Storm, and the Solemn Judgment is in that column, I believe, it could be useful, but he's going to need a miracle.
Would he do that? Yeah. Are you going to use Infinite Impermanence
really
first?
Going to? Yeah,
I would.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 50-50, so could take it.
Because, I mean, I think after this turn, if things don't go your way, like, the game's going to be over whether you have that Imperm set or not.
Yeah, I mean, fair
No,
enough.
I agree. You have 1 turn to make something happen.
I'm assuming Mario watched, like, the top 4 match yesterday, which I would bet he did.
I imagine they all did.
Yeah, he would know that there are solemn cards in the
For
side
sure.
deck, in Lying Wait. And you know it's not a Sky Striker spell.
Let's see. Big moment.
All right, it sounds like we're going into main phase.
What does Mario have here against the duelist from Asia? Not as clean as that game #1, so
It's not always easy.
it's not always easy, but there might be a way he could find a way to navigate through all these spell and traps. It looks like he's just going to start with normal summon Rico. That will surely be stopped here.
We're going to use the Judgment this time.
Wow.
Not even going to bother doing the combo of Anchor and Fallen Virtuous. We're just going to go straight to Solemn Judgment this time.
This one could be wrapping up here momentarily, because there is a looming threat of another Kagari with the Engage in the graveyard.
Yeah. And now we know that we can go for some interesting plays as well, because if that resolves, you can always chain your Fallen on the Engage.
Yep.
Getting to the first spell and you know, just get going.
Just a pass.
It's a pass. I mean,
Hinfeng looks like he might be bouncing back right into this match here.
ooh, and I think it was another Solemn, maybe? Like the Solemn Accusation. I think it's a trap, maybe.
I mean, we'll see if he even needs it.
Yeah. This
Trying to end the game this turn.
Yeah. Is it?
Oh,
Oh, we.
interesting. Okay, just
What?
jumping the gun, setting it
Okay.
immediately. Give you
What?
All right, here goes Kagari.
Sometimes we're playing Duel Links.
Yep, and there it is an infinite impermanence, but this will surely be responded to with the Fallen and the
Oh.
Virtuous, maybe? Just taking out the Kagari, then he can engage for Ray and go into area 0, or sorry, equal. Sky Striker Ace 0.
No. What?
We're just gonna use.
The what he just said?
What?
He just said that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he
He just said that.
he absolutely set that one.
He just
Yeah.
set that card. If anyone can hear us, he just set that.
But he's showing that it was the
No,
same
no.
card in the column.
No. The thing is, you can activate it the same turn
Oh,
instead
you
by
can.
revealing another trap.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
it had that effect.
that-
Okay, that makes
That
sense
makes
why he said it
yeah,
first.
yeah, like I
Okay.
forgot. Like,
But
That's
the,
why he's there and we're over
Yeah.
here, I suppose.
Which trap did he reveal?
No, but
The
the,
same
thing
one.
is, he revealed another one, so why
Yeah.
would you reveal it? You know,
Yeah.
You can just flip the one that was already set, I guess.
It was, yeah, I don't know.
You know, like, it's just, you can do it, but why would you then?
because to try to use 2 in 1 turn.
No, I guess there is
Yeah.
if they have another impermanence in hand, that's
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
reason, I guess. Fair enough, yeah. But, yeah.
Well, that's
an
interesting.
sequence.
Yeah. You know, like, technically that was
No,
correct.
it was
that,
correct.
that was
It was
absolutely the correct play.
It is.
I forget that Solemn Accusation has that extra ability.
Yeah.
We all did. And there's the linkage. That certainly spells doom for Mario. If there's not a miracle in his hand.
But yeah,
I must have missed him showing the other trap.
It was he just flipped the accusation that was in the input column. Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about the side decking and how the solemn cards going in could be huge, and he was not short on drawing an abundance of them here. Looks like the judge is shuffling up the deck so he can draw off the N-Gage. I'm surprised Mario hasn't conceded this game yet. Oh, draw and Lockbird.
That would be why.
That's something.
I mean, is that enough to stop the damage from Kagari and linkage?
Already at 65, 15.
I think it's exactly...
Like
Isn't
even if Kagari had no spells
It's
engraved,
game, no?
15,
Yeah.
15.
It's like 65 is what you do usually with just one linkage. So, I mean,
it's just 8,000, right? 15, 15, 2, 8. Yeah.
yeah, it's. Yep. There it is. So even without any spells in the graveyard, this would be exactly game. Well.
The Solemn Traps putting in work here for Hinfeng So.
Let's see, maybe, you know.
There's the linkage. It's going to resolve. This is going to summon 0.
So now the only op is
0 can...
spell?
I don't think there's light and dark in the grave at the
he's
moment.
checking the attributes.
Just to see if it's at 3,000. It doesn't need to be.
No.
Yeah,
that is it. That is it. I mean, we knew that we were in for a fight, and we are heading into game 3. Solid effort, but in the end, you know, those Solemns really came in handy. Drawing 3 total copies of, you know, between the 1 judgment and 2 accusations, and they work out really well.
I mean, that was my ethos in the playing days. Play as many solemn judgments and things that look like solemn judgment as you can. Polynosis? Yeah, absolutely. 6 solemns, as many as I can.
I don't know if you could fit all those in one deck. I guess if you're really trying to play Counter Fairy, you can make it happen.
I played the Black Garden deck.
Oh, fair.
I used it back then.
Just say no. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, absolutely incredible play there from Hinfeng So. And like the side deck, it just comes into such importance. Because you think Sky Striker, you think spells, I need more spells, fill up my graveyard with spells. But at the end of the day, the deck can really control the game, and then it can also output a lot of damage. So even when you get stopped by those hand interactions that you know Cool Toon's going to throw at you, you just need to slow down their normal summons. And Mario didn't have any way to extend past his normal summon. No Cool Toon Synchro, no JJ Cool Toon, no Rotary, nothing but just a couple of normal summons. So he was just a matter of time before he was going to end up losing that game.
Right, but Mario does have the advantage now. He is going first. He has access to his side deck tools. Now, do you expect him to have any of those going first cards, or do you think he's just going to be playing his engine and then having those additional counter traps that you are going to be able to access directly in your engine, like Vanadium Reframing?
Yeah, I mean, we did see him earlier on yesterday using the reframing in the side deck, we can assume, so for sure that's going to come in. On the other end, you know, it's the first time that he gets to go first in this match, so finally, at least, you know, we should expect. What we haven't seen a lot are interactions from his opponent. You know, I'm pretty sure we saw him unevenly matched yesterday, so this should also be something that Mario is mindful of. But overall, I think, yeah, you should just rely on your combos. Maybe if you're uninterrupted, you will go and fetch the Ash Blossom from your deck.
Right.
So I think that's probably what he's looking at, because that's really important to find, and then recycle. And I think outside of that, it's you know, pretty much there. We've talked a little bit about how maybe the deck manipulation with Q is less relevant against K-Striker, but then if Infung is gonna bring Entraps, then you know that can play a role. You can put something on, but of course my personal favorite card, which I've mentioned, is Pot of Sloth. So if you know, that is also something that we could see from the Sky Striker deck, and you know that can change the game in an instant.
No, at the bare minimum, we know he plays Pot of Desires, so there's definitely plenty of cards that he can have to amass more cards. And like Sky Striker, we've seen really good at going first, but excellent at going second. So many cards that can pick apart your opponent's board depending on how you draw. You don't really need those hand interactions. Sometimes it can, especially if Cool Toon doesn't open up with like a too impressive of a field, and it's just something like Zalen plus Remix, and you're able to stop that Remix from adding back that Ash Blossom. That's all he needs to have that opening to have the chance to win the game there on going second.
Yep, and I think that's kind of the gamble that we're going to see Mario take here. And he knows that against Striker, they're not likely to put in those hand interactions, especially if he saw in previous features that there are pot of slots and evenlies in his deck. There's no room for both. And I think if you're going for evenly, that's not something you ever want to do against Cooltoon because they'll know what's in your hand.
Yeah.
They will almost certainly see it. You can potentially access it with cards like that draw, like Visions or Pot of Sloth or Pot of Desires. But when you are playing Cooltoon into Striker, I think you are not trying to play around those hand interactions and you're going for the maximum output, putting up as many responses as possible to counter all those powerful spells. So being able to get the reframing, getting access to Zalen, getting access to RS, Ash Blossom, I think he can potentially do all of it if he leans into it.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I mean, yeah, it really is anyone game. Like Mario, after game 1, he thought it looked like a blowout, and maybe we're going to have a quick one, but not by any means. These are the 4 best players in the world are competing here to become a world champion, so you can't count anyone out.
I mean, let's see again. On the one hand, as mentioned, we have Mario representing Canada, but then we have Infung Tsang, the top of the Swiss, breaking the course in the top 8, and now basically the only hope remaining for the OCG region, you know, for the Asian region to just represent after those last couple of years where we have had, you know, winners from NA in particular. But, you know, it's for sure, you know, an incredible season from Mario, an incredible tournament from Infung, and I think it's deserving that we get a game 3 and that they try their best to have the first guaranteed spot in the finals that we are going to see later on in the day, because we're going to move to a different venue altogether where we're going to have the 4 finals, and that is going to be epic with the live crowd as well watching. So
yeah, massive arena. I can't wait to see that place fill up with all the people cheering on these duelists to eventually crown a world champion. It's just phenomenal. But let's go ahead. This is game 3. One of these players will be moving on to the finals of the 2026 World Championship here in Japan.
Mario drawing his opening hand slowly here, each individual card to give the next one aura.
What is he going to start with? Do we have a Cooltoon monster?
Normally you want to start with Rico because that's a bit more conservative into points of interaction, but in a situation like this, I think you want to start with Q if you have access to it.
let's see. Most important game of the season.
That'll do.
Ooh, all right, Synchro overtake first.
And that resolves.
Is he going to reveal Remix? Let's see what monster he's going to try to special summon that's listed on a Synchro. A lot of times we see Remix to summon Mix so you can get Q, and there's Remix.
Yep, no responses from meaning no Molcharmies.
Yeah, that's big.
Mix is going to add. We're off to the races. The music is playing.
Mix grabs Rico here.
Next up.
Let's see how quickly we try to resolve Rotary. Or if we want to just go wide first.
A lot on the line here. You don't want to mess up at this late stage in the game. You want to make it over to that arena to play on the biggest stage of them all.
Now that we've done the check for Wallows, Mario's figuring out the best way to play this hand to get the maximum amount of interruptions. There is the Rotary revealing the Rico, going to get the extra normal summon on the Rico. Rico is going to be able to use its effect to grab any Cooltoon that's not a level 3.
And he still has his normal summon available to him as well if anything goes wrong from this point on. But things are looking like it's just going to be whatever Mario wants to do. Going to add clip off of the Rico. It's always important to make sure you get the clip off one of those level 3s. I mean, if you already have Rotary, that's pretty much your only other option next to Mix, which you already have.
Absolutely, and here we'll see, of course, depending on what we have in hand, I think if we can, we'll just try and go for the Ash Blossom play as, you know, I think it makes a lot of sense to do.
All right, so
let's take a look.
So he's going to go Track Maker, Chain Link 1.
Oh, Talents.
Feather Duster.
Ooh, Feather Duster, Crown, and Fallen.
All right, no Sky Striker
I
spells.
I mean, it's
Just
a lot of powerful
Rose.
cards, but I don't know how far it can go.
Yeah, not so premium, actually. I mean, you have one play.
The
Yeah.
talents could help him
And it's not
potentially.
a great play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a means of cutting off the Rose as well as cutting off the Talents, but Infung has 3 powerful tools to potentially make sure those cards go through.
Yeah, the Monadium reframing is something that Mario's really going to want to find access to right now, because if he can have an RS plus reframing, that can check a lot of what Hinfeng Seo has. But the Harvey's Feather Duster will force that out anyways. So.
Yeah, the Duster really puts a wrench in all of this.
Yeah, I mean, Duster Talents is not bad. Definitely not the hand like Mario. You'd rather see a hand that's like, okay, I can stop that, I can stop that, I can stop that, but there's multiple things he's going to have to slow down here on.
We might just forgo the reframing entirely, because that would likely make it so Duster isn't too much.
Keeps the Duster in hand as well.
But, I mean, you're going to get to Cool Toon Synchro no matter what.
That's true.
So you might as well protect that. You could do the one-for-one reframing for the Feather Duster and just accept it.
I imagine he had a Cool Toon Synchro, and then now with Trackmaker probably had Cool Toon Q if he doesn't already have it.
Or just JJ.
Either one would work.
I'm also thinking whether it makes more sense to go for Bell instead of Ash with that kind of end, just to stop, you know, the Ayate Kagari line. Even though,
yeah, I mean, but the Ash on the Talents, because he's probably going to be trying to draw two.
It's close.
So he adds the JJ Cool Toon, which makes sense if he already has Q.
There it is.
So he opened with the Rotary, Q,
I mean,
Synchro Overtake.
A very strong hand.
I think the Q is going to be crucial. Like, that, it depends a lot on what's on top on the deck. Like, really, there are a lot of premium draws from Yingfeng.
Absolutely. We see the Ash Blossom off the Q, opting for that one of the sisters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still potential to have the Ghost Bell in hand already.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at this point, any unknown sort of interaction could be just absolutely the nail in the coffin here.
The cards we know in hand of the 4 that are available are Cool Toon Synchro as well as Clip. We're going to be using the Clip now, actually, with the Q on the field.
Is he just going to make an RS here?
Is that Crackle? Or no, is that RS?
I can't quite see it.
It's Crackle.
Yeah, it's Crackle.
So he's going to clip a card out of the extra deck, crackle a card out of the extra deck. Oh, he's probably going to be looking to summon back this Crackle, too, to continue his Synchro summoning.
Yeah, this is usually the line you see when you're trying to go for the Monadium reframing play. This gives you access to a level 8 Synchro very easily while putting Crackle back on the board.
Oh, Fua was one card away.
One card.
And Linkage is a very good one. You don't want to give him that. But the Fualos is still a useful card into Mario's turn.
You could just play it immediately.
He's going to keep him with the Fualos.
Yeah, we're just going to have to be mindful of it. Yet another card that Ash Blossom might have to be used on.
So now it's time to clip and crackle the extra deck.
It's a Kagari. You can live without one.
Can we go for another? Because, yeah, Crackle gets the look.
Now we're resolving Crackle. Getting rid of the single copy of Hayate could be potentially really strong.
Even if it's just a temporary banishment, if you can do it on Hinfeng's turn, then there's nothing you can really do about it.
Okay, we're going to get rid of Ecclesia.
F&V.
Yeah, maybe just try to eliminate the use of that card entirely, but easier said than done when the turn is successful. There's usually 3 targets in the extra deck anyway.
All right, so he's going to use the JJ Cool Toon, sending the Crackle to the graveyard. Now the Crackle is going to be able to summon itself back and take another card. Oh, nope. It's temporary, so no point in doing that. Now it's going to be a level 8 Synchro for that Visas Armata.
There it is. It hits the field. We can get access to that Monadium reframing that we've been talking about up to this point.
So he already has, yeah, he can do Remix, he can do back-to-back, he can do Zaylin.
This is what you have to do against a matchup like Striker. You can't play as conservative. You have to put up your maximum output because you have so many cards you need to respond to.
So he needs to navigate through the Duster, the normal summon, the Fallen, the Virtuous, and the Talents. And the Fua on top of the deck kind of is a little bit of a problem because if you're just going to find him, I might have considered just giving a fresh card, but you wouldn't want a Fua versus like an Engage or something like that.
You want to be able to control the variables as much as you can.
But if the Fua turns into a random card anyway,
you might have to use the Ash on it. And then just have something to negate the talents.
That's true. There's Remix. Our judge is having a few questions at every play here for some reason.
Maybe just taking note of what is happening. I think the most difficult part is how do we deal with the crown?
Yep, everything's good. Shocker. And let's see where he goes next.
I mean, this likely is the end of the turn. We just have to set up our Cool Tune Synchro and the Vanadium Reframing.
Yep, sets 2.
We have Ash in hand. We have 1 mystery card in hand. The clip is still in the graveyard. We're going to be shuffling our deck before the end of the turn. Which means it's about to be Hinfeng's turn to try to crack this field. Has a lot of tools to potentially do so. All it takes is a misstep.
Yep, the Ecclesia goes back, just a temporary banish from the clip.
Really, the Talents is the wild card in here.
Mm-hmm. The Talents can open the box for sure.
We'll also see when he uses the Fulos. He should wait to the main phase.
Just to make sure the Talents is live.
I mean, we can expect the Remix to be used before the main phase for sure.
I mean, that might be the other reason. If you want the Flawless to resolve, maybe you do it as soon as you can so they can't get ashed.
Yeah, a lot of decisions because, yeah, he could Synchro immediately after using the Remix effect, but then he wouldn't get the effect of the monster he summons on the field. He has the Cool Tune Synchro to still summon again. But yeah, he's going to want to get that clip back in his hand as well. There's just so many different variables that and different ways to play this that...
It's a very complicated game state for both players.
It is.
But the crown, if he starts with the crown, that's going to get reframing, and then the Duster becomes useless.
Yeah, I can't imagine you start with that. I think you want to get the value out of the Duster. We're going to start with Forbidden Crown.
Not quite sure which phase this is in.
I would imagine it's the draw phase. He's trying to go after the Remix before he has a chance to use it, but there's no reason not to reframing this.
I mean, yeah, you're getting better value off the reframing off this than it is on the Cool Tune Synchro.
Yeah, that's not quite it.
I feel like this is a gift given to Mario.
Yeah.
At this point, all the Duster does is let you choose when he makes his next summon.
If anything, maybe even gets lower value off of the Fualos, because might not even use it to Synchro Summon.
I guess Mario's considering he could chain the Cool Tune Synchro to the crown and then chain Remix.
And then the Duster would trade with the reframing anyway. You just wouldn't activate it. Like,
I'm just trying to like run through what Mario's considering here.
I mean, you could take a few seconds just to think about it. I mean, there is no time. It's the most important game of your life, so that's fair enough. But
I feel like this interaction might be the single most interaction of the game.
Yeah.
Is it Cool Tune Synchro or is it reframing? It is reframing.
I think this makes sense.
Yeah, I can't believe he started with the crown.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of surprises from this player up to this point.
He's not going to use Remix before they get to the main phase?
I think they might just be passing priority back while we're still in the draw. I'm not quite sure.
There's no way Mario doesn't use it before the main phase.
When you have Ash Blossom in the graveyard, you want to put that back in your hand immediately.
And your opponent has Talents in hand, yeah.
Unless we have some plans to back for it.
Well, now he's going into the graveyard, so I think that kind of gives the game away on what he's going to do. But it is Hinfeng's turn, so he gets to make the next action after the chain resolves.
It's just going to be Fua. But now he can chain the remix and synchro and not give him a draw. But yeah, Hinfeng, so definitely wanting to use that Fualos before the Ash Blossom goes back to hand.
I mean, now we know it's just Rose.
Talent, Fallen, and the Virtuous, and
From this position, what do you even have to do? If you do nothing, how far can the Rose go?
oh, and Duster, that was the last one.
Yeah.
It's just Rose with no Sky Strikers?
Nope.
Yeah.
Feels like it's really banking on the talents then to draw 2 useful cards.
Yeah, he's for sure using the remix here. There's no way.
Right, but I think we're perfectly fine making it so we don't have to play into the Fualos at all.
Yeah.
Like, give 0 draws and let him play with the Rose.
Nope, guess he doesn't use it. But I mean, he could use the remix and still give him 0 draws and get the Ash Blossom back, and then add clip off of anything
I imagine he has a plan here. We're going to use the Feather Duster. Just going to get the value out of the Cool Tune Synchro.
Does he add a level 3 to go into Zaylin? Does he add a mix so when he adds back clip, he can do something? He's going to go for Q.
Yeah, I think...
It kind of looks like his plan is to just do nothing.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
let
I think he is
Hinfeng
going to
spin
do
his
nothing.
wheels.
Yeah. Because currently Hinfeng's hand doesn't do anything.
Yeah. You can just strand him with a talents that doesn't do anything.
I mean, you can summon Rose, go into Hayate, send like linkage, Kagari the linkage, go into area 0 or Sky Striker area 0, and then like has something, right?
But that guarantees you another turn.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. I'd rather just stop all my opponent's cards.
If you think about it, he only has 1 card that does anything right now.
But it kind of snowballs a bit. I think this is a bit of a bold way to go about it, but...
I think if he did anything to try to stop this Rose, he couldn't stop the talents from resolving or deny the Fualos Rush. Either way, there's going to be variables that he can't control. He's doing it in a way that leaves everything in the open, gives him perfect information going into the following turn so he doesn't have to deal with any new variables.
But he doesn't have that many cards in his hand even. Like, it's just the Q and the whatever the other card is.
I mean, almost certainly he's going to still have a board.
I guess.
Hayate hits the field. Will swing, get access to either engage or linkage.
Maybe his plan is to remix during the battle phase? I guess that would make sense. He could remix during the battle phase, synchro with the Trackmaker, take out the Hayate, right?
That would work. I don't know if how willing you are to give him the draw for the Fualos. Maybe you. It's just fine. 1 draw is fine.
Just 1?
Especially if you're making a Zaylin anyway. But
I mean, yeah, the Zaylin's checked by the F and V, basically. I don't know.
Remix is a tricky card. It's not one of the during the main phase effects, so there's a lot more to think about in terms of timing. A lot of these synchro type effects are limited to just the main phase, partially to simplify it.
definitely leaves options a little bit more restricted. Hayate is going to be able to connect, gets to resolve its effect here, sending a striker card from the deck to the graveyard. It's going to be engage.
Which will surely turn into a linkage here eventually.
Yep, there's currently 2 other spells in the graveyard. So likely...
The F and V will give him the third.
Yeah.
But using the FB on the N-Gage lets him keep his entire field intact as well.
I imagine he's just going to use it on one of the, like, trying to
Yeah,
use it on the remix to
Here it
force
is.
out the...
You definitely have to remix in the battle phase.
Which I think also makes, you know, sending the engage not too ideal. I thought you could just probably go for linkage because you know the Ash is there as an option. Even though you have talent, you know, you can have at least a think of it, about it. But
I wonder if we're ever trying to do a play that synchros with the rotary? Does rotary hit monsters or any card from the graveyard?
I'm pretty sure it's any card. All right, so he's going to add back with remix and then special.
It is any card. Doesn't target either. Just place a card.
All right, Mario's sweating a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have a set game plan with this right now. Ash Blossom is confirmed going to the hand, but what will we summon off the remix? It's going to be Mix.
So I mean, if he's going to get mix, is he going to synchro right away, or is he going to use the effect of mix to add?
seems like he used it.
Yeah, it seems like he's using the effect to add here, which means we're not going to try to go after the Hayate yet. And we're just going to get back into Rico from the graveyard. And then pass play back to Hifeng.
All right, so
No.
we're still in the end of the battle phase, or in the battle phase.
Likely going to go in the main phase, trying to make sure that we get as many opportunities to turn the talents live. Kagari is going to go after the engage. That's going to be met with the Ghost Bell.
Wow.
Oh, that's huge, because now he can check
I was
the
gonna mention
talent.
he's could have still
Now
had
we
it.
got
Yeah.
Talents. Now it all makes sense.
I mean, now the game's over.
The last card that we didn't know was Ghost Bell.
Yeah, this Ghost Bell is just the nail in the coffin.
Decided to do the line that tunneled Hinfeng into this series of plays, forced him to play into the Ghost Bell in Haunted Mansion.
And he still did give him the draw for Fulos.
No new variables is the name of the game here with Cool Tune. How far can a Fallen and the Virtuous go?
So if you are just tuning in, or if you've forgotten, the last two cards are Fallen and the Virtuous and Triple Tactics Talent.
Yep, for taking some time to consider what his options are, if he even has any from this point. Really checking to see if there are any other extract monsters that he hasn't been able to utilize yet that could prove useful in this exact situation, but I don't think there will be any. I mean, he's considering what he can do without drawing off the talents, right? So what can he do if he takes one of those monsters?
I mean, that would be his only option.
Because drawing is just not going to work here. But I don't think there's an answer.
He's looking for one somewhere in his mind.
Gonna find one in his binder.
Four cards in hand.
There's
If
just
you-
too much going on.
That's,
I hope
that's
he-
a lot of cards.
If he checks his extra deck again, I don't know.
I mean, he knows this is potentially the last play he has in his tournament career here at the World Championship.
The classic.
Maybe he's thinking about taking something, destroying it with F&V, and trying to get into some kind of grind state, but that's not going to happen.
I mean, yeah, seeing what he can do maybe with... I mean, there's nothing that would turn on... you could go into Azalea here with the Visas, yeah? Potentially.
It's light.
But we don't have any Dark to turn the Kagari into? Because Zeke doesn't get you anywhere.
No.
We're going to try to
He's
take
gonna
from
take
hand.
a look.
Okay.
Wow.
We knew about the Q in hand. We knew about the Rico getting added back.
He has a Veiler,
Veiler,
too.
Yeah.
Like,
oh.
We're just going to get rid of the Q, sure.
does nothing.
Looks like we might be getting a slow play warning here.
Yeah,
I mean, fair
yeah.
enough.
Seems fair enough. And I think also if you're Headphone, you just take it and be like,
Yeah, sure.
sure, yep, you got me. But I really needed to think this one very all the way through.
I mean, now your only real option is to go into the Shizuku, which is going to get hit with the effect failure.
Yeah.
Fallen the Virtuous can go after a card, try to set another Fallen Virtuous, but that will be met with the Ash Blossom, and then the Rico can clean up this game.
Yeah, this is delaying the inevitable here at this point. Shoutouts to Canada, though. I hope you're all watching and cheering on Mario D'Amico. It's been many, many years since we had a world champion from Canada, and he is moments away from making it to the finals. There's really nothing that can go wrong for him at this point, unless he decides not to summon Rico next turn.
He's been playing extremely tight up to this point. We've seen him every game, very methodical about his plays.
I think I'm about to claim him, Billy.
No, sorry. It's too late, Marcello. You already shunned him yesterday. You didn't have faith yesterday after he lost, despite the bounce back here.
There is the
I mean,
Shizuku.
it's your pick for the event, and the other semifinals will have my own pick in Josh Kelly. So we'll see whether we have an all, final between the two. But yeah, as expected, Effect Veiler comes down.
Yep, and now we're still going to be in the end phase using the Fallen and the Virtuous here. Try to go after a card. That's going to resolve, but... Oh, no, we're going to actually...
we're in the main phase because you can't use the effect failure in the end
Yeah,
phase.
just Amatsu.
No, I assumed he was just going to pass the Shizuku still, but he's going to use... might as well make it into an Amatsu. Have some form of interaction here, given... I mean, that they'll have to get rid of the mix now, but that wouldn't really matter too much either.
It's got to be careful not to get another slow play warning here in the same turn, but
yeah, you can
tell.
There's the Fallen, the Virtuous,
like,
yep,
yeah,
going after the mix, trying to make sure it doesn't immediately answer the Amatsu. Going to send an Albion. That the Albion is going to be met with Ash Blossom.
Yep, just leaving him on an Amatsu.
Yep, that's it.
I would have just tapped the deck, but that's just me.
Not allowed. Not at the World Championship.
I would have cut it in half.
Mario not doing anything more than he needs to right now. He is just simply going to draw for turn and play as optimally as he can into the single interaction that Hinfeng has.
I'm sure the nerves were all the way there, but now he can take a moment, enjoy the moment, and, just this amazing journey throughout the entire year. And now he's just moments away from getting the first seat at the final of the World Championship.
Absolutely. We're going to start off with that Rico that we saw in hand. It's going to be able to add a card from the graveyard or deck to the hand. Luckily, just keeping pieces from the graveyard to have more valuable draws in the deck, even though it doesn't really matter at this point. Looks like he's eyeing the Rotary. Rotary's an interesting one. Can give you an additional normal summon. Not going to be able to use its effect. Look at the hand with no hand there. We're just going to be able to synchro with the Rico on the field into another copy of Trackmaker. Just the effect of Trackmaker here, as well as the Rotary effect to look at the graveyard and banish a card, or sorry, put it back in the deck. Gonna just go ahead and put the Engage back. Trackmaker is grabbing a second copy of JJ Cool Tune here. Now we're going to be activating it. What will we swap out? We'll swap out the Trackmaker that we summoned this turn into Mix. Mix is going to be able to get another monster. Just going to grab a Q from the graveyard. And now we will Synchro Summon with the Armatara that is a level 10. It's going to be back-to-back, and that's a surrender. We have our first finalist in Mario D'Amico from North America, Canada.
Absolutely phenomenal play. You can see how carefully these players are playing. Don't want to make any mistakes this late in the game. In Mario, playing as conservative as possible, controlling all the variables that he can, and making it all the way to the finals. We're now one win away from him to become a world champion. Absolutely incredible.
That really is the power of Rotary there. Knowing what all those cards were allowed him to come up with the perfect strategy to get around each one of them without inadvertently giving draws, without inadvertently setting them up to use triple tactics talent at an opportune time. This is very well done.
Masterclass on how to play Cool Tune. You know, you have to be able to use the information you're given, right?
Yes.
You can't just make your planes blindly like you've been doing it the entire tournament. You have to adapt to your opponent's hand every single time, and Mario played that as well as he could.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we were to interview him now, he would give a shout out to Ryan Hughes. It's you know, late 9 masterclass on how to defeat the Sky Striker deck, and it worked out. I think he played flawlessly, and he's very, very deserving of that spot in the finals. So we need to find out who the opponent will be. You know, we have 2 amazing duelists still remaining. Whether it will be an all NA finals, we'll see. And then we have 1 more hope standing for Europe in Josh Kelly. So we'll, I'm sure, have an amazing match coming up.
Yeah, both strong competitors for sure, grinding all throughout several years in Logan Johnson. We've seen Josh Kelly several times this year. He was a Mitsurugi duelist. I saw him playing in the UK circuit for a while, grinding through all those regionals. He's been doing incredibly well and deserving of the spot here in top 4 of the World Championship. Could see him in the finals, but again, Logan Johnson has been playing through several World Points playoffs to get to this point, finally reaching it, and has a chance at that final as well.
Yeah, we had an all-NA finals at Worlds just a couple years ago in Seattle with Ruben Pinarada against Mark Solis, so we could be doing it again this year. At least then it was 2 USA guys, but this Canada has made it to the finals. They're back in action, and like I've been saying for years, like Canadian duelists are some of the strongest duelists out there, and this year at the NAWCQ, they really proved it. They dominated that tournament. They won both spots in the points playoffs, and now one of those players, Mario, is in the finals. In the past 3 years, the past 3 champions all came from that World Qualifying Point playoff, and that could still hold true this year.
That's the thing about the World's Qualifying Points playoffs is those are the duelists who really have played the most Yu-Gi-Oh! Throughout the entire year. There's nothing they haven't seen. There's no matchup they haven't really faced yet. And I think it really does uniquely equip them to perform well at the World Championship with all these unknown variables.
I mean, one of my favorite stories from the World Points playoffs is you look back at 2019, the first time it switched to top 16, and there were some players that were doing the grind all year trying to make that top 16. They didn't make it. I look at Wei Li. He didn't make it to the points playoffs. He got top 4 at the WCQ anyway because he had been playing the entire season trying to get to that playoff. The people that try and play the most that year, they do get rewarded. And it goes to show, practice makes perfect.
Absolutely, especially live game practice. Like there's an element that you can only get from competition that you can't just get from play testing at home. So you do have to get out there and play tournaments. Even if you do have that rigorous preparation and you're playing with a clock at home, you don't really know the pressure until you're actually sitting down in front of somebody who wants to destroy you.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's a different experience when you're face-to-face, and yeah, the best practice makes perfect, and it holds true, and the results prove that every time and time again. So.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those, both in Europe and in the NA. You know, I think the happening is not just isolated case anymore. It keeps on happening. We saw it with Danilo, but we saw it with a lot of other players, and I think, of course, it's something very challenging. I think, I mean, us three, sorry, you know, we did the playoff race back in 2017.
The first time it was around.
For me personally, it's the most Yu-Gi-Oh! I've ever played in the year.
Ever.
And,
by far.
You know, it really changes you. It really makes you, a different kind of animal, we could say. And I think it shows. And I mean, it's just great to witness this once more. But yeah, as mentioned, we need to find out who the other semi-finalist winner will be, who will join Mario and who will challenge him for yet another and the most important title that there is in the game.
Yeah, the World Championship has been around for a long time. I don't know if many people knew this, but back in the very first World Championship, the only way to get in was essentially the equivalent of the points playoffs. You had to win your tournaments every single week for like 4 months straight and play in the biggest tournaments that you could find for 4 months straight in order to get enough points to make it into the World Championship. And speaking of the points playoffs, so there's been some changes in Europe as well. Like, I highly recommend everybody at least give it a shot. But in Europe, there were some changes as well to help players out a little bit. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I mean, in general, and I think every season you can check out the good thing about the game is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Never stops.
Yes.
Like, now we're gonna be done with the World Championship, but then the new season is already starting. We'll have YCS Paris in just a couple of weeks. But in general, the rules are adjusted here and there, and yeah, we will have some significant changes because from the next season, the point playoffs will be based on just a certain amounts of events that you can play. And you know, in particular, it will be the top 12 events, I believe.
Yeah,
that
your
you
best
know,
12 finishes.
Exactly, your best 12 finishes across all the events that you play in. So that makes it, I think, you know, more doable for a lot of duelists out there that maybe have to, you know, manage, you know, their careers or their university studies or whatever it is, you know, high school. And I think it's a very refreshing change. We'll see, you know, who comes out on top, because of course that means that the YCSs that we have, especially in Europe, since we do have, you know, quite a few less as compared to NA, they will matter a lot, and I think it's important because they really are amazing events where consistently we're having almost 3,000, you know, more than 2,000 players over there. And then, you know, you will still go to your, you know, regionals, to the opens that now are consistently, again, having a lot of players. We have them in the most important regions across. They are also streamed. So I think really that there is a lot of ways to play the game nowadays. And you can all go and check out the calendars and the event on the official website, because we're already announcing a lot of them. We'll have soon enough an Italian Open as well coming up. So, you know, it's, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Never stopped. The grind never stops, really. So. Yeah.
Keeps on going, no matter what.
Regionals have already started across North American and LATAM as well. You can check those out on our website too at yugioh-card.com/en and check the locator. You can also find your local OTS stores. You can find regionals. And also in North America and LATAM, we're still doing the remote duels as well. So if you actually just don't have a store anywhere near you, there is still dueling action for you if you get into our remote duel service servers and try it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting year, something really exciting to look forward to. You know, I have like a small announcement. I was going to like save it for later, but I feel like now is the best time.
Okay.
Personally, I was just talking about this upcoming year, some changes for me. Yeah, so I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2001 when I was 11 with my twin brother Bobby, and he's my inspiration, my everything to keep me going. And yeah, I fell in love with the game. It's an amazing game. And then to 2016 was the first time I ever commentated a YCS. You made top 4 at that one. It was awesome to watch you on that stage. So, yeah, I've been doing YCS commentary for the past, like, 10 years. And it's been an honor to watch, like, these duelists grow up, come to the World Championship. People like Jesse Cotton achieving heights I never thought possible. But for this upcoming year, I'm going to be taking a step back from YCS commentary. So you're not going to see me, like, as much as you had at, like, upcoming events. You might still see me showing up to like a WCQ or the WCS or something like that, but I'm going to be pulling back from the commentary for YCSs, but I'll still be working hard. I have a fire inside that's never going to go out, but just because you don't see me behind the desk as often, I'll still be there. But now let's go ahead and jump into our next semifinal match.
And here they are, as mentioned, familiar faces on the one hand. Josh and he's probably gonna go first. I mean, with that Grifo, and we have talked about how this one card can do so much for any variant of, you know, the Light and Darkness Ritual deck. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Light and Darkness Ritual. To see Yugi's cards here in the top 4 of the World Championship is a dream come true, and Skull Archfiend of Chaos has just been such an impactful card this year.
We get to resolve its effect, adding Skull Archfiend, discarding it, using its effect to send the Light and Darkness Ritual, add a copy of Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos to the hand. At least now we know we're not doing anything too crazy with it. They didn't send Mitsurugi Mirror, we're just getting access to the Light and Darkness Ritual.
Yeah, this is a much more, you know, streamlined sort of deck. It's 40 cards, not 60, unfortunately, for the fans out there. But yeah, it's gonna play some branded cards and ooh,
a Ghost Bell. We've seen the Ghost Bell on the Light and Darkness Ritual happening so often, and that is an impactful turn. Will it be able to slow down Josh Kelly? We're going to have to find out.
Just gonna have to try to keep him off those high-level spellcasters on the field, and we're gonna start off with a Celtic Mystic normal summon.
All right.
That's a card. Yeah, we haven't got to
see this one.
We haven't
Not
got
on
to
our
see
side anyway.
But it means if he uses the effect, he will only be able to summon one more time from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. But
All right, we see one powerful card in his hand. That is the Fallen of the White Dragon, along with another copy of Celtic Mystic and Perulia, as well as the Magician of Darkness that we searched earlier.
Yeah, this is gonna be an extremely powerful effect. Basically, a graceful charity, drawing 3 cards, and then discarding 2.
Finding new ways to use the same powerful effects from yesteryear. You're gonna get rid of that Perulia. We could expect that.
Yep.
What else will we get rid of? A Fallen the Virtuous. Interesting.
probably means he just has another copy in his hand, I'd imagine. Or his other cards are just so good he doesn't need it.
I mean, he might be getting access to Retribution, trying to add it back that way, so it's just free. I don't even think it actually mentions Albaz, right?
Which one?
Does Fallen the Virtuous actually mention Albaz?
I'm
Or
sure it does.
Because it sends in the card from the extract that mentions Albaz, so the
Yeah,
Albaz is there.
yeah,
Like,
so it
the word
counts.
is there.
Mentioning Fallen of Albaz mentions Fallen of Albaz.
All right, Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos comes down to the field.
Oh, we're just gonna
With
get
the
Fallen the
effect,
Virtuous.
that's the effect of Celtic Mystic being able to summon it.
That's going to immediately grab back the Fallen the Virtuous, of course. We see Brandon and High Spirits in hand as well, but we do already have access to the Fallen of the White Dragon. A very strong hand from Josh Kelly now. We only have one more summon from the extract now after resolving the effect of Celtic Mystic, if I'm correct.
One more.
All right, Titaniclad going to the graveyard to special summon Fallen of the White Dragon.
He's going to be able to summon from the deck in this instance. He was considering the Dogmatic Ecclesia, but we'll see if it's just going to be the classic Incredible Ecclesia here. We do have one summon left from the extra deck. We'll see if we are going to go into Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon. We're going to be synchroing with the Fallen of the White and the Ecclesia into... Okay, no, it's the 3 Champions of Sword Soul.
That's going to be the last extra deck summon for the turn, so you can imagine it might be add something like Dogmatica Ecclesia.
We're gonna get
Farah.
Farah.
Oh,
Farah, okay.
that's a cool card.
This is my first time seeing Farah today. This all weekend, really.
Yep.
But Farah's going to go ahead and show...
Itself to protect the next spell he plays.
I love this Light and Darkness Ritual deck.
Yeah, typically seen as a one-of in this strategy because
Yep,
of its
there it is.
accessibility to the 3 champions.
Shows Fallen and the Virtuous.
Just confirming the cards that were added, I think. Taking a read of Farah. Not necessarily a card that comes up too often, but an absolutely gorgeous card. Looks like we're just going to be setting Fallen the Virtuous as well as another card here. And then during the end... Oh, no, we're going to activate the Skull Archfiend here.
To put that Ghost Spell back into the deck, a card that maybe he doesn't want Logan to have in the graveyard to add back off something like Remix later on, potentially.
Yeah, might as well remove the option. Skull Archfiend hits the field. Can't go into the extract anymore because of the effect of Celtic Mystic. Oh, actually, Fallen Virtuous is still in the hand. We still have 2 cards. It looks like it's going to be High Spirits and another mystery card. Now, in the end phase, we can resolve Titaniclad. Going to be able to either summon or add. We are going to be summoning Dogmatica Ecclesia.
Yeah.
I knew it would come down eventually.
Ecclesia grabs yet another copy of Fallen the Virtuous. Will we be using it in the end phase?
Logan double checking the text there on Farah.
Yep.
Really good card when your opponent has monsters to take. I mean, even just being able to protect your powerful spells is also huge, but that second effect to come back from the graveyard and steal a monster?
And it lasts until the end of the next turn.
Okay.
have the protection for, I believe he showed Fallen and the Virtuous with it.
Yep. So we'll know that will go through.
Yeah, great display here from Josh. Not a surprise. He has been playing amazing all weekend. And for anyone who might have missed it yesterday, you know, after our quarterfinals, we went on to the second one of Sky Striker, which totally lasted for about 1 hour and 20, 30 minutes. And when we were done, Josh was still playing his match, which lasted 2 hours. It was a 2-hour-long quarterfinals, and he came out on top. So, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't believe their match was still going after that Sky Striker Mirror match we saw yesterday. I kept wondering why we weren't getting updates, but it turned out they were still dueling.
Yeah.
A deck like this can grind for a very long time. That is the efficiency of a Mind Shuffle as well as those rituals. We saw the Fallen Virtuous using its effect to reborn the Incredible Ecclesia in the graveyard to give some more options to interact with Logan on the following turn. But it is Logan's turn now. How will he navigate the situation, or will it prove too difficult?
A good, strong field for Josh Kelly. I'm just happy we got to see the Celtic Mystic. It's one of like the coolest looking cards.
All right, starting off with the draw phase Infinite Permanence on the Incredible Ecclesia here.
Not bad, not bad. Trying to stop the Fallen Albaz interruption during his turn. Fallen Albaz being able to summon on their turn to go into the Dragon that Devours Dogma. Such an incredible form of disruption.
It looks like that will be resolving. And now we are in the main phase, going to be normal summoning Cool Tune Mix. We're going to respond with the effect of Mind Shuffle. Looks like we're using the effect to add in this instance. Just going to grab the Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Light and Darkness, and then discard the Pharah.
Works pretty well in the graveyard.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Blackluster Soldier this weekend because, you know, the heavy combo decks usually only play the Magician of Dark Chaos, but it is a very good interruption.
Did we... All right, looks like Pharah hits the field.
Yep.
I'm going to use the effect there to take control of the monster with the highest attack.
Absolutely a phenomenal card. And one of the coolest looking extended arts for sure.
He's got 2 of them on his field from Chaos Origin. But he's got the, looks like he's doing the clip next.
He did a rotary effect to additional normal summon.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
It was Q revealed.
we used the Ecclesia just to make space, since we can still use the effect.
Yep, he just used it while it's still going to resolve negated because of the Infinite Permanence, and now we are going to be swapping out the Pharah for the Blackluster Soldier with the effect of Mind Shuffle, and Rotary will resolve and extra normal summon the Q, which will be able to activate, but Blackluster Soldier will be able to respond and banish it.
Josh Kelly just putting on a masterclass with this deck.
I mean, knowing how to use his responses, how to time his responses correctly. But Logan taking advantage of the power of Cool Tune, keeping bodies on the field by using Q's effect.
Yeah, the Q was really important here to guarantee yet one more body.
Rico hits the board now, going to be able to activate its effect, grabbing another Cool Tune monster from the deck or graveyard.
Looks like he's going to Mind Shuffle here.
Yep, going to be Mind Shuffling not once per turn, simply once per chain. Going to be able to swap out the Blackluster Soldier this time. Or sorry, not the Blackluster, the Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos. We'll see what he summons. It's going to be a Celtic Mystic.
Wow.
Multiple copies of Celtic Mystic in the deck. So cool.
Yeah.
And another mix goes into Logan's hand.
And there's gonna be 3 more cards.
That's nice. So you have to return a level 7 or higher monster, but the monster you summon has no level restriction. He just has to mention the Light and Darkness ritual.
So we're gonna reveal the end, which was already known, and now we get to draw 3.
Mind Shuffle, just such an incredible card.
It's a really cool moment that it's referencing from the original as well.
Mind Shuffle?
The Mind Shuffle in this case is the shuffling of the 2 Yugis against Pegasus.
That's my favorite part about that card. So just this lone Rico staring down a very scary field.
Yugi himself discarding the Pharah and another copy of Perulia.
And then here comes the Fallen and the Virtuous to try and take out that Rico. We could be moments away from having to go into game number 2. Going to send Renbrum, the Striking Dragon, to the graveyard.
I mean, could pose a threat, but not in this board state. Too many monsters to even try.
I think Logan just has more plays.
Duel's
Genesis.
Genesis.
That will get him to another monster on the field through Synchro Overtake.
Yep. Another way to keep pushing.
Is Josh out of responses here?
He spent most of them, it seems, unless he has any more unknown interactions in the hand. We don't think we know what the set card is.
I think it's Brandon in High Spirits.
If it was Forbidden Crown, that would just seal the deal.
Synchro Overtake hits the board.
I don't know
Ash
much.
Blossom.
He saw 3 new cards. It's possible.
Yep, reveals remix. Did he already use? He already used mix effect, right?
I think he's used everything.
Because yeah, mix is on the other side of the field.
Thing is, when you play a deck like Josh and you forgo to go over 40, it's very, you have very tight space for non-engine. So I don't even know, what more could we expect from him in this regard.
I mean, even still, if Logan is off to the races from this point on, how far can he go? Notably, the Blackluster Soldier cannot be affected by card effects that do not target it and is protecting his spells and traps from being destroyed while it's on the field.
Trackmaker is one of those effects that doesn't target either, so... Not that I don't think if you sent anything back with Trackmaker would make much of an impact on this field. Maybe he wanted his mix back, I guess.
That'd be something.
Yeah.
And if you try to go after the Blackluster Soldier, he can simply use Mind Shuffle again to swap it out. That is what makes this strategy so difficult to deal with. You can only target them, but they have an answer for that too.
How is it with battle?
I believe Blackluster Soldier also makes it so they can't be destroyed by battle.
It's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, the answers to Blackluster Soldier, you tag into the Magician of Dark Chaos, and if they can answer that, you go back into the Blackluster Soldier. The Blackluster Soldier gets you through the opponent's turn. The Magician of Dark Chaos makes it so you can play on your turn, and it is such a healthy balance, switching between.
Always got to get that balanced diet of warriors and spellcasters.
Right. It always jars me.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bread and butter.
Yeah.
Throw some dragons in there. Yep.
I understand that Blackluster Soldier was initially an Earth, but like when I looked at that card and Soldier of Light and Darkness was an Earth, I could not understand. There is that Brandon High Spirits. Destroyed off the effect of Rico. Inconsequential. Just going to take a look at the hand again. We see a Ragged Records of Rights as well as a Black Chaos in hand now. Those are new off the effect of Celtic Mystic.
Logan Johnson not giving up. Even if he has a small chance at win, there's still no reason to not give it your all here. It's the semifinals. The winner will go on to face Mario.
Yep, these players are absolutely going to put on a show for us. We are now resolving our Cool Tune effects. Trackmaker and Rotary have resolved. Rotary looked at the hand, added Cool Tune Synchro. Now we're resolving Trackmaker to grab another Cool Tune card. Will it be JJ Cool Tune just to potentially put more monsters on the field? Just a second copy of Cool Tune Synchro, twice per turn, notably.
Twice per turn.
But that is both copies that are available to use.
Yep.
This might be the only turn you have available to use them.
I mean, he's going to try and clean up somehow. I mean, even the Ecclesia is going to be hard for him to get rid of. Like,
Yeah, there's so many things that are just annoying about this board. All right, looks like we're going to be using the Track Maker as well as Mix from the hand to Synchro Summon into Loudness War. Yep, now Mix will likely go after the Blackluster Soldier to no avail, and we will use Track Maker in the same chain, which will at least, if you swap out the Blackluster Soldier, we can get rid of the Mind Shuffle.
But he already used Mind Shuffle this turn, right?
It's once per chain to swap out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The swapping is once per chain. Yep.
It's so annoying.
I'm sure Pegasus was annoyed too.
Yeah.
Yugi and the Pharaoh kept doing it also.
Yep, Mix is going to target the Blackluster Soldier. We are going to use the effect of Mind Shuffle in response.
Then the Loudness War can chain, as you said, to take out the Mind Shuffle with the Rico effect.
Up even better, and now Trackmaker will be able to get rid of something as well that's going to put back the Chosen Sword. So all of a sudden, this is not looking too bad.
I mean,
it's not great.
But we're making headway.
Yeah, definitely.
Making headway. The Mind Shuffle not being on the field anymore when its effect resolves doesn't do anything. It's continuous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Farah's like monster stealing is permanent as well. I don't think it's going to be coming back to Logan.
I mean, Logan's doing the best that he can.
Yeah.
Brandon High Spirits in the end phase, going to be able to go back to the hand, as well as the Incredible Ecclesia. Now we have so many cards on the field that are just going to generate more value. As soon as that Skull Archfiend goes to the graveyard one more time, it's going to be able to get even more resources, going to be able to summon itself back to the field.
But also we have 7 cards in hand at the moment. Like we,
You know,
the resources are just flowing.
Josh's deck has a lot of ability to put up interruptions, but that's not really what makes it so strong. It's its ability to prolong the game, make sure it stays alive, stays in it to play another turn. But it looks like in the end phase, we still have Fallen the Virtuous going to go after Celtic Mystic. And now the Albion still in the end phase will be able to grab another and set it to the field. Finally, Josh draws for turn. The third Perulia. Why not?
Not useful, but...
I mean, we discard cards in this deck. It's fine.
True, true. Now, do you think Josh Kelly's on double Mind Shuffle? I think that's usually
All standard.
the case.
It's very standard to be on double Mind Shuffle. We're going to start off by using Mix and Ecclesia to go into Loudness War, perhaps.
Yeah.
No, it looks like we are going to be linking away with the Mix and the Skull Archfiend.
Ecclesia in the Dark Dragon?
Oh no, we are going to put a Synchro Summon.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
For
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
We're going to
Master
Synchro
Pac-Man.
Summon.
Wow.
But
That's
it's
so
used
cool.
for a Synchro Summon, so he's going to use the tuner in the graveyard.
That's so cool to actually
The
see it be
mix.
summoned because he took the mix.
I wonder if this has ever come up before.
I'm sure.
And so you always see something that you never seen before at Worlds.
And we are just going to convert it.
It also works when sent to the graveyard.
It's the mix, no? Because
Oh yeah, Mix is going to trigger because it was used as Synchro.
Yep.
yeah, you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
I assumed that was going to happen. I wanted to see what we did with it, but the pack bit is going to resolve and put the Loudness War into the Spell and Trap zone.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Loudness War there.
Now we just have to find a way to Flame Bridge. I mean, the situation is getting just more and more difficult for Logan. 2 Cool Tune Synchros set, no monsters to really use them with. We know the Fallen the Virtuous as well. Josh knows every card and has, as you mentioned, 7 cards in hand to deal with them. Or I guess more now.
There goes the Mind Shuffle back into the deck.
As well as a copy of Fallen the Virtuous. See, this is the deck that can also actually go infinite with Fallen the Virtuous between the Ecclesia and the Dark Dragons, putting themselves back in the extra deck, and the Skull Archfiend of Chaos, putting the Fallen the Virtuous back in the deck. You can potentially use this card every single turn for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. One of the most impactful cards we saw here at the World Championship, and it is putting in work here for Josh Kelly.
He wants to go infinite, but he's putting 2 of them back.
All right, Skull Arching to Chaos on the field. Could go into Chaos Angel, maybe?
I saw a extended Arc Chaos Angel on the table in one of the feature matches on the other side.
I believe it was from him using this exact board.
Yeah, you may be prescient here.
Oh, wow. I was joking, but that's cool. That's awesome.
Definitely come up before. There it is. A Light and Dark Chaos Angel. Maximum value. Going after the Fallen and the Virtuous.
No,
which, I mean, does affect it because it's not a monster effect. Just getting it out of the way. Going to be able to send Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon to the graveyard.
Josh Kelly's deck is really cool. But he had so many cards on his field last turn, and now an open field.
But they're just all in his hand now. It's not like the resources are depleted. They will find their way back onto the field.
And he knows that the last 2 are Cool Tune Synchros as well.
Yeah, not doing too much. I guess he could add... He'd already used Mix Effects, so he could add Clip and something else going to RS. Clip and Rico.
Now we're going to use Black Chaos, putting back its ritual form into the deck to summon it, and this is a strong effect right now.
Just to force out both of the Cool Tune Synchros.
2 cards on the field.
Non-targeting. I think we're going to leave the Loudness War there.
Might as well.
This is Funi.
It's a little not so loud in the Spell and Trap zone.
Yeah, now it's just background music.
Quiet War.
There you go. Quiet War.
Quiet Scuffle. I mean, at this point, Josh is just going through the motions. Comfortable position for him. All he has to do is not make a misstep. We're going to be activating the Cool Tune Synchro before Black Chaos has the opportunity to use its effect, I imagine. Just trying to make something happen here. But even then, while the Loudness War is there, Black Chaos does have to hit 2 cards for it to use its effect, but the Loudness War being stuck in the Spell and Trap zone will always give a second card.
So he's going to add Rico, and then I imagine, yeah, he'll just use the next one.
Yep.
This should be Clip, I'd imagine, just in case he's worried about... Well, yeah, I mean, the Black Chaos just makes things so difficult.
It's a solid effort by Logan. I mean, he's really trying his best all game long. But
I mean, it's an extremely difficult position to have been put in.
Yeah, we've seen Cool Tune fold to much less.
Given it was a particularly strong hand, being able to play through 3 forms of cutting off the bodies on the field. There is a Q to the hand.
So Q and Rico.
Just trying to have some follow-up in case there is another turn.
I don't think there will be.
I mean, like the best he could do if he ever tried to put anything on the field is Remix, right? Just to cut off the Black Chaos effect. Otherwise, they're immediately answered.
Yeah, he might not have enough like tuners in the graveyard to make it big enough to matter. Or he would just get taken out anyway.
Yeah, like he'd be forced to use it immediately. It doesn't do anything.
Just look at the speed. Josh knows this is game, and he's just gonna make sure to close it out as soon as possible and move on to game 2.
Yeah, he's just gonna get Celtic Mystic. Yep. I love that he's using that card. Now he can banish the Griffo if he wants, or
counts as the full tribute. Oh,
or
that's just level 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yep. Gonna add back Light and Darkness Ritual, use it again.
And that is it. I'm pretty sure Logan is calling it a day. Game 1 goes to Josh Kelly.
Very decisive victory, I want to say.
Yeah, played very well to perfection, and really like utilizing Celtic Mystic was cool. Like maybe his opening hand like didn't get there because he had to start with that Celtic Mystic to draw 3 cards, discard 2, and then ended up with one of the biggest fields we've seen so far this weekend.
I mean, definitely not a weak hand. We saw the Fallen of the White Dragon in there as well. We're just really seeing what you can do with both those engines together. We've seen so many 60-card variants of the Light and Darkness Ritual deck, but seeing what you can do with a much slimmer version, it's still very potent. But Logan did not give up. I mean, this is a World Championship match. Both players they performed the best of their ability, and we saw like both players duking it out. But in the end, there was just nothing he could do to actually stop Josh from taking the game.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's just worth grinding it out. You never know. Maybe you fatigue your opponent. I think that's not going to be quite the case for Josh. As mentioned, after 7 grueling rounds of Swiss, he still played out a 2+ hours quarterfinal, and I'm pretty sure now he's as fresh as a rose. So, you know, he'll have his chances. But yeah, I mean, I like the take on his deck. You know, we've talked a lot about these heavy combo piles yesterday using the engines, and here comes on top Josh with just a streamlined version that, yes, can come up with a good field, but at the same time is relying on just resources for the next turn, and it's working out great. So what do you think is going to be the plan now for Logan going first and siding for this matchup?
I mean, yeah, just slowing his opponent down. Like, he's definitely not like a standard deck that he's probably faced throughout the tournament so far. But yeah, just going in with those going first cards, maybe just having a cool tune, like being able to establish his cards first might be enough for him. But like after that, it's kind of hard to like think. Like that one is tough for me to like get over a loss like that, because really you don't know what you're going to expect. I mean, Farah, the goddess, is really one of the key cards in that last game, and it's even better at going second than going first. So you have to anticipate that. No Called by the Grave, no way to stop that really. Maybe you're going to access something like Ghost Bell or something, so he's not able to summon it back and take one of your monsters. That being a key way to break through the field. But it's going to be tough. It's an uphill battle here for Logan Johnson, I think.
I definitely think I would expect this matchup to go very similarly as we saw in the previous feature match against a deck like Striker. You know they're not going to have too many points of interaction besides maybe the Mulcharmies to try to stop you from playing. So if you get past that first barrier, then you're just trying to put up maximum output because you need to be able to stop every play that they have. And you really have to hope that they don't open with Griffo to start playing on your turn, just generate advantage early. Because again, cutting off that Skull Archfiend, as we've seen, is one of the best ways to prevent them from playing. The branded cards are also pretty difficult because they will eventually turn into Skull Archfiend through Grand Guignol, but it's just a means of cutting off those key effects. And we have seen a accumulation of powerful spells in these hands, but sometimes it's only just 2 cards, and Kultun is really strong at cutting off only 2 plays.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to come down to how he draws. I mean, if he draws just, a standard Kultun, if he draws that hand that he drew in game number 1, and this game going first, it might be easy for him to take the W.
We'll find out very shortly as they are ready to go here.
Now Josh Kelly 1 win away. It could be Canada versus the UK or an all-in-A final.
Let's see, first of all, do we see any Mulcharmy?
No, but there is an Ash Blossom. Like there is an Ash, not necessarily the most powerful point of interaction, but still very useful. And if there's only one starter for Logan, that could be it.
Yeah, he at least has Rico Effect Veiler, so starts with Rico. Lets it go through.
Interesting. You're not taking the gamble of trying to stop the first. So and then you have a plan for this Ash Blossom.
Are we sure it's just the Ash Blossom?
I was fairly certain.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, then things are looking pretty good here for Logan Johnson.
Indeed.
I will say there was a Fall in the Virtuous in the hand, so, you know, that does help play into Kultun quite well. We're now going to be synchroing with that Rotary as well as that Rico. Now, we've seen this several times into matchups like this where they're not going for the conservative line anymore. They're putting as much of their resources on the field. Now we're going to be using the Ash on the...
Rotary.
Oh, he made Rotary Chainlink too because he didn't expect them to be in the deck. And Josh caught him on that. Now he's going to be playing without the information. I think this matchup becomes significantly harder when you're playing without that information.
Yeah, we've seen players do this a couple times. Even at Mario in the last game, they did the Rotary Chainlink 2 so they could see the hand before they add. I get that on cue because you want to see and then you can decide what's on top of the deck. But when it's a situation like this, I don't like you're pretty much always going to get the same card as Trackmaker anyway. Sometimes it's better to hide the Rotary, but
it's mainly because you don't expect that card to be in their deck at all. When you're playing into a deck like this where they're playing such a heavy engine, you're not trying to play around anything. You're trying to make your best board possible. And that just got punished here. Josh knew that was a potential. He didn't try to stop the early play. Was hoping that Rotary would be Chainlink 2 so you can catch it with the Ash Blossom, and now has a lot more of an advantage trying to play into the board, but again, still has to play into the board.
There's the Ash Blossom off the queue. That'll come back to the hand from the remix. This game's coming up all Logan.
It looks like we're going to be going into a Loudness War. Oh, no, sorry, that was Zalen. That was a level 3 Q. There is a Perulia again.
Oh, Harmonia. Yeah.
I think you can keep the Perulia.
Perulia follows Josh Kelly, except for when it's actually useful.
They're always one card away, it seems.
Yeah.
But don't worry, if you're going first, you'll see all 3.
Oh, classic, yeah. So this is the bread and butter board we've seen from a Cool Tune a lot of the times. Zalen plus Remix with a set face down.
Almost certainly will be Cool Tune Synchro. Few more cards in hand as well that will be useful into Josh's turn. We'll see how strong of a hand Josh has. Has 4 cards remaining, drawing into a useless Perulia, so only 4 playable cards potentially.
Yeah. I feel like the Remix adding back the Ash Blossom is going to be huge.
You won't be able to sneak by a Celtic Mystic here to maybe get a hand refresh. There's like no shot of that happening.
Yeah, Logan saw what can happen when Celtic Mystic's effect resolves in that first game.
It's like we're not starting off with the R's. We're going to actually start off with Nadir's Servant.
Interesting.
Not going to go in the extra deck this turn.
Does he chain Remix to try and Zalen? Oh, he
There's a
has
Ghost
Got Ghost Spell. Oh, because he's going to add from the graveyard as well.
Ghost Belt's always the unknown that gets you.
That is difficult. Looking at Josh's hand, it's not very strong. He has the Fall in the Virtues, but I do think that he opened Mind Shuffle as well. You hate to see it in your opening hand. Actually, well, no, I don't. I thought I saw a trap card. I was incorrect. It might have been the Nadir Servant. Okay, we're going to use the Perulia.
Why not?
You literally might as well. It's another copy of Ash Blossom.
Is this Fallen?
Yeah, that is Fall in the Virtuous.
Just trying to force out the Zalen. If he goes after the Zalen, do you just use Remix and negate with Zalen because you're going to end up using Remix anyway, or do you just let the Zalen go and then maybe go trying to find... I don't think he has a way to get into back-to-back to summon back the Zalen this turn, so I don't know if there's any point in holding the effect. Oh, he's going after Cool Tune.
Oh.
JJ Cool Tune, sorry. Huh.
Trying to force an interaction from Logan here, maybe?
Well, now you definitely don't Zalen it.
Yeah, I think Josh is just hoping for Logan to make a mistake, trying to make do with what he has. He's just going to let it go.
Yeah. Most players are on 2 JJ Cool Tunes in this tournament anyway.
I mean, with that, I think this might just be a concession.
Yeah.
Not enough to play. It's just an incredible Ecclesia as well as Ash Blossom in the hand. You were locked out of your extra deck because... Oh, no. Nadir Servant, his activation was negated.
Because it was Ghost Bell.
Now we're going to be activating the effect of Remix. I imagine... Was it a pass that...
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. That we might have tried. Yeah, possibly.
I do like this game going to a game number 3.
Now, if you're Logan, are you using the Ash Blossom on the Albion here? I feel like you would.
All right, so the mix is going to get hit with Ash Blossom. Logan's going to just negate that with Zalen since it was
You might as well.
2. Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be able to resolve grabbing Q to the hand, and then...
If this is Master Duel, you would negate the first effect.
Nice.
The first effect is the most recent one that happens in Master Duel. It can be a little tricky if you're familiar with it.
Ash was indeed used on the Albion, and now, yeah, we're just moments away from having enough damage to close this one out and get to game 3.
Yeah, and he's just going to grab a surrender.
Yep. Let's do this. Both semifinal matches going the distance, game 3. But Josh Kelly will get to go first, and we saw what happened in game number 1 when he was able to start the play.
I mean, this is the difficult one, right? When you have a deck that powerful, you have access to your side deck. You're not going to drop Perulia this time. And you, as Logan Johnson, what can you possibly do to deal with this?
Hope.
Yeah.
Perulia. Perulia might be the best answer, potentially.
Yeah, you're having some Charmies of your own, but that's the difference, right? You know he's on the... Like, at this point, you know a lot about your opponent's deck list. You've had a lot of data to go with. Josh has been on the feature match stage on either side several times up to this point. Yeah. So you have a pretty good idea of what is in his deck. You know it's mostly just a standard brand deck along with the Light and Darkness Ritual strategy. Your Flawlesses are not very good either way.
No, I do think the plan could be something more similar to what we've seen Mario do yesterday, which was an easy Lightning Storm plus Illusion Gate.
That one's good, yeah.
Like, you know, that should work out. So maybe that's the plan. But
oh yeah, if he has Illusion Gate, that would be fantastic. Yeah, because definitely this deck goes wide, really big into the field. So you're going to need some of those cards that can really clean up easily.
Just have to watch out for the ones that can only be affected by things that target them.
True. There might be some that remain on the field.
It's okay if some remain. Just clean it up a little.
The issue about that plan, though, that I'm thinking about is if what we're seeing from Josh is more of a standard branded deck, are we expecting him to maybe side in the Diabell Z, the original Sin? So,
Ooh,
you know,
just cutting off any potential. I mean, how powerful is that against a deck like Cool Tune that can play so well with its monsters?
I know, but like maybe if you're, if you have many ways to shut down the monsters, maybe you just think that you're gonna lose from the spells, and
you're just cutting off their ability to extend, right? If you're able to stop the normal summon and they can't use Cool Tune Synchro, that could be the easiest solution.
Yeah, but also you can. I mean, it's gonna be a mind game at that point, because which is also what I like about Diabell Z, because at that, you can always bluff the first set because they can only destroy one, but then it gets into some interesting, plays, and I think he has seen some of the matches of Logan as well, so. He might know that he is on, some powerful spells. It's going to be interesting.
And it messes with the quick plays in general, since you have to set them, you can't use them that turn, even if they don't get destroyed.
And then, it gets away with Fallen, or not only the Synchro. So it's, I think it's pretty good going first. Anyways, it doesn't cost you much, You can always access it whenever you want. So I think maybe we could see that if it's there. So
there's also the threat of Arsenal Christia, as we have seen with access to Grand Guignol, Fallen and the Virtues being able to summon it back. If you're Logan, you might be really afraid of that. I don't know what else you can really do. If you're going to side in board wipes anyway, then that was always going to come in. You have access to your own copies of Fallen and Virtuous, which has proved incredibly useful against dealing with the card like that. I mean, it really comes down to how many tools that you have available to you.
Yeah, I mean, based on everything we're talking about, we kind of all seem the same idea. He wants more of those high-impact cards as opposed to, like, one-for-one trading, because there's so many ways to keep pushing through. I mean, you definitely want to, like, Ash the Celtic Mystic, maybe, but you really want something that's going to deal with everything, because this deck goes so wide. And if he has, like, the Light and Darkness Ritual part, the Fallen of the White, you're going to need something to let them have the field and then deal with it afterwards. But this is it. This is going to be our final game of the TCG semifinal at the World Championship 2026. One of these players will meet Mario in the finals.
Oh, it starts as Griffo.
I mean, that is insane. His hand is so good.
This hand is crazy. Like, we need some serious help here. Like, I don't know.
Griffo does so much on its own.
Maybe the one roll, I don't know, but it's not even gonna really help here. I mean,
adds the Skull Archfiend to Chaos, sends it to the graveyard, sends the Light and Darkness Ritual, can add the Dark Magician, Black Chaos.
Do we have a Joan Lockbird for it? No, we don't.
Wait,
wait.
Oh,
Purlia.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, we got a game on our hands.
Yeah, we still cannot really use it, so...
We're going to use Light and Darkness Ritual now in the graveyard to go ahead and grab itself back, along with a card that mentions it. We're going to get the Griffo.
No bell.
Not
Didn't
this
hear
time.
no bell.
You get to make the Rocky reference before me? All right, there's Celtic Mystic.
That's going to give a draw.
Yeah, we said before, this time around it makes sense. Because at least we are, we got to reveal the entire hand.
I mean, Logan's not going to be happy about this when he sees it.
Yeah.
You ever do those hand reveal effects and you look at their hand, you are more upset now than you were before?
Look at this. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. What a hand.
Wow.
Fallen of White's in there, too.
And Logan sinks a little bit.
I mean, the Purlia is life-saving right now.
Yeah, yes.
He needed that Mulcharming Purlia. This would have been a really uphill battle. But at least now he has a chance to draw into some of those high-impact cards that we've been talking about, if they are included in his deck.
Let's see, big moment.
Okay,
other good cards. Like,
no.
Wow. The Celtic Mystic.
And Record of Rights goes to the graveyard.
Sure, don't need to do anything with that anymore. Just getting rid of some of the redundancy. Getting rid of the Black Cast as well. Again, the redundancy here.
Oh, well.
I mean, we'll see how much he wants to commit from this position.
Yeah. Did you see what the face down was? Is it a fallen?
It's
or?
fallen, yeah.
Okay.
Looks like he might be summoning another from hand, thinking about sending for the Fallen of the White Dragon.
I mean, it's worth it, right?
Definitely.
Is it with the card he drew? I mean, I guess.
What's
so.
one more card
You're
for
getting
like,
way more cards.
Yeah.
one more card for like 7 more interactions? What?
Yeah. We're gonna see a Fuva loss as well. Nope.
I mean, that would have been what Logan needed in this point, just getting a brand new hand.
Yeah.
Celtic Mystic, man.
Just going to be immediately synchroing with that Fallen of the White Dragon as well as the Incredible Ecclesia going into the the 3 champions of Sword Soul.
I like to think I'm one of those champions.
Sword Soul? Okay.
I'm a big Sword Soul player.
Okay.
I don't see you in the art.
Yeah, I think he's back
I know,
there.
I'm right there in the back. You just have to like squint and then maybe take your glasses off.
Did
and...
you shave for this picture?
Oh yeah, I shaved.
It was a long time ago.
Just kidding, yeah. But it's a beautiful card and an awesome card that was in Chaos Origins, and it has made a huge impact in the decks here this weekend.
All right, we have Hydraulis Harmonia in response.
Okay.
That's huge.
Just trying to pick this apart as much as he can.
If Hydraulis Harmonia is going to take out... I mean, the Celtic Mystic is a quick effect, I think, to summon from the hand, but forcing that out to get another draw from Perilia, not the worst.
And then Chain Effect Veiler. All right, Logan doing his best right now. I mean, now that draw seems a lot less worth it for Josh.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't chain the Celtic Mystic, or maybe he's still thinking about it.
No, I'm pretty sure we let it through.
I mean, the Harmonia's not on the field just yet.
It's just Logan that is thinking about what to send now, but yeah.
Yeah, we are resolving Harmonia
Okay.
After revealing this. It's going to be Malong. Pretty sure that's Malong.
Is it?
I actually...
Look.
Well, if that goes... No, so Celtic Mystic is destroyed.
Yeah, Celtic Mystic, not a quick effect.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was a quick effect. Okay.
Is it-
Well, that card's just so incredible. I keep giving it a
Is it
little better in my
Pegasus?
head, I suppose.
Pegasus, maybe?
Is that Wind Pegasus?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a Nadir Servant now. Going to
He's
be
got
hit with
to go
Ghost
spell
Spell.
for that.
All right.
All right, picking it apart one by one.
A good hand from Josh Kelly. Maybe a better one here from Logan.
I mean, finding that one card that is in his hand off that Celtic Mystic could be what he needed to actually get out of this game. But we are going to be resolving Light and Darkness Ritual now. Going to be giving Logan another card off the effect of Perilia to summon the Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos, which is going to still be able to net another card for Josh.
You can also
Get back the Nadir Servant.
yeah, use the Nadir again. Yeah.
I think Logan drew another effect veiler off the Perilia, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, I mean, they would definitely be worth it. Effect Veiler to stop Nadir Servant. Although Mind Shuffle, if
yeah,
there is
you
a
can just
target,
bounce it, yeah.
but he has to have something in hand to do.
Oh, nope. The Deer Servant's back in hand.
Yep.
He might not have drawn a veiler. It just kind of looked like one. But also, not necessarily a play you'd want to make.
And now he is activating the effect of Magician of Dark Chaos to go ahead and banish that Hydraulis Harmonia face down. Nadir Servant is activated yet again. It's going to resolve this time. I mean, because of all these interactions that Logan used, his hand is also whittling down. Makes it a lot easier for Josh to identify how to stop it. Oh, never mind. It's still four.
It's still 4.
It's a lot of cards used, but I guess there was like 3 draws now.
Oh yeah, if you did Veiler and Mind Shuffle, that would have been another draw at least. But.
Lilith goes to the grave. Another Fall of the White Dragon to the hand.
Okay.
Interesting.
Not the most impactful Deer Servant.
We're going to use the effect of the Scholar Tree into Chaos now, considering what to put back in the deck.
If that's a Wind Pegasus adding Nusser, that would be a good one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's going back.
Yep. I still...
I cannot tell you.
I know. Why does it look so different?
Yeah, right?
This is foil.
Yeah, the foiling is so... Yeah. The card's rare also, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not the Fallen.
Oh, it's another copy of Ragged Records. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So now we can go ahead and reveal the Light and Darkness Ritual to go ahead to add anything that it mentions, and we're going to get another copy of Celtic Mystic.
Yeah, Ragged Records are right. Just an excellent card in any ritual strategy.
Although at this point, I think he would have preferred to have Fallen the Virtuous. Not really posing too much of a threat right now.
Yeah, but
He's going to get Fallen in the Virtuous.
Yeah. Oh,
Magnum.
Will he? Will he?
Oh my goodness.
I spoke too soon. Commentator Curse. This is going to get rid of the Albion and grab another Hydraulis Harmonia for Logan.
Wow.
The other Harmonia's face down. Banished.
All of a sudden, this game could go either way, but it's still going to come down to how impactful that one card in Josh's hand is. Now, remind me again, Despin Lulu Lilith, what does it do in the graveyard?
It's special summons from deck. I'm pretty sure the Light Spellcaster.
Okay.
Yeah. With the same attack and defense, so you have pretty good options, I guess.
We're going to get Cartesia.
Okay, so we attempted to destroy the Magnamur as well with the champions, and we got Veilered, I guess?
It was Veilered previously when it first got summoned.
Ah,
So its effect still
okay,
doesn't
okay,
negate it.
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but it looks like now we are finally in the end phase. Going to be able to resolve the Magnum, but get that additional copy of Hydraulis Harmonia, as you mentioned, Billy.
Not too many other dragons in the Cool Tomb deck.
I mean, this ended up being much better than we expected for Logan, and
I think you got to be happy if you're Logan.
For sure.
On
Yeah.
this one.
You looked at that hand, you made it out this far.
It's way more approachable than the field in game one.
Oh, yeah. Miles. I mean, I think the Magnum really helped out. Just not having to deal with the Fallen of the Virtuous is huge. And you have the Hydraulis for the Blazing Cartesia.
The challenge, of course, is that we saw that one card.
Yeah.
But
If only
yeah.
called by was not forbidden.
Hey, Crossout Designator, we saw it yesterday. All right, there's Rico.
All right, at least getting that potentially out of the way.
I like how it's in the front of his hand, too. He's
Yeah,
like-
yeah, he
he's
knows, he
eager to
knows.
use it.
Hmm.
We're going to see it here soon enough to Logan's dismay. It's not going to be the end-all to be-all, but it hurts.
He's got to think positively. Well, that's one less card in his hand.
Sure.
I'm a glass
That's
half full kind of
positive
guy.
thinking.
I like that. I am all
And,
about
there it
silver
is.
lining.
Look at the body language. Whenever you see that card resolve, you just go, you're taken aback every single time.
yeah.
Droll and Lockbird hits the graveyard now. I don't think Logan has any response to it. It's going to resolve.
Yeah, but we chain mind shuffle, I guess. Yeah.
You're trying to get the value while you can. Gonna grab that Blackluster Soldier. So now your loop is effective. I'm gonna have to discard a card though. It's going to be that Incredible Ecclesia that we can easily get back during the end phase. And now
Oh,
we are activating the effect of Blazing Cartesia.
okay.
So he's checking to see how far protection extends for monsters.
Hydraulis is used. Gonna reveal some more synchros. Alright, there's the Malong next to it. Has to be Pegasus. Looks like we are going to send Malong this time.
Now see, look, that's Malong, right? That was
You
the
did
one
that-
that was
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
graveyard. Yeah, it was Malong.
No, this one's
No,
different.
no,
the other one
no.
was in front of it.
no.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure the other one
Yeah,
was
the-
the...
yeah.
The shadows,
Yeah.
man, the shadows.
Like this one is definitely Malong.
Yeah. No, it was
And
Ignis.
that is definitely extended our Mirror Jade.
Yep.
Beautiful. One of the best looking ones for sure.
And that's also going to be the target for the Malong. As Josh goes ahead, checks extra deck and chains Barricade here.
Yep, gonna go ahead and be able to banish any monster on the field. Gonna go ahead and get rid of that Rico now. While Mirror Jade itself goes back to the extra deck, resolving Malong. Will not be able to activate there.
But now we set up the Rindbram as another form of interruption.
Yeah, we can go right back into it if so.
Yeah, and we have fallen to white.
Keep in mind, we also have the Blackluster Soldier in hand at any point that we can swap in with the Mind Shuffle.
Yeah.
Definitely Josh Kelly's game to lose. We're going to use Rotary now to get an additional normal summon. There, it looks like another copy of Rico.
Is it Veiler?
It's Veiler, Bell, Rotary, Rico.
Okay, Bell.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Bell at least is good to stop the Rindbram, but it's tough. Yeah.
It is incredibly difficult from here.
Logan's not one to give up, though, so he's going to give it everything he has. This is going to be the final game of the semifinal.
Yeah, and here we see the Rindbram.
Going for the Fallen. Did you see the Ghost Bell in Haunted Mansion used in response?
Makes sense.
At least you can only use Rindbram on the opponent's turn, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for glass half full.
Yep. And
The silver lining somewhere.
meantime, we have the Mind Shuffle bringing the Lackluster Soldier into play.
And now that is our final way to put a Cool Toon monster on the field, still under the effect of Droll and Lockbird.
Yep. So we do have Veiler.
You have two dragons. That used to do something. We're going to go into the battle phase, attacking over the Skull Archfiend while under the effect of Droll and Lockbird.
Yep, can't use the effect. Magnum goes to defense mode.
Never a good sign.
Seals pass.
That would be ideal, but no.
I'm sure he's locked into tuners at this point.
I think it's just Q and JJ, but so he's okay for now. But no, we're going to grab two cards back at the end phase. Going to have a full hand starting our next turn, as well as a loaded graveyard full of resources. Mind Shuffle as well.
And again, just like in game one, it's not only about the field you establish, is this recursion, it's this turn 3 where you get back a full end of cards, full end of resources, and no matter how good the attempt from Logan was, it seems like Josh has got this one in the bag.
Yeah, but just moments away, and we see a Black Chaos drawn for turn. Easy to just establish on the field and just eliminate all of Logan's resources.
Black Chaos taking both out at once, just brutal.
Yeah, the effects that you can use on the field on your turn are just phenomenal.
The deck was definitely given tools to handle going second, and we see them being used now. That Incredible Ecclesia being summoned while we still have access. Yeah.
And that is it. So Josh Kelly is advancing to the finals where Mario is awaiting him. Wow.
Fantastic match. Both players dueled their hearts out here.
And as, you know, kind of expected, the USA's reign over the last 3 years has come to an end with the last player from the United States being eliminated. It will be either Mario from Canada or Josh from the UK.
Our picks.
Hey. Well, then I've already won.
Okay, let's see.
The Italian, right?
Yeah.
After
The
he wins, really fantastic play, though.
And it's not for lack of trying on the United States Hearts Bay. He gave it everything he could in that match against some fairly insurmountable odds.
Yeah, he did everything that he possibly could. I don't think there was a single misstep at any point from either player in that game. You could argue that maybe he should have made Rotary Chainlink 1, but I think he was playing to his odds in that matchup. But now we have our two finalists here, Mario D'Amico from Canada and Josh Kelly representing the United Kingdom. When was the last time the United Kingdom has won a world championship?
They never did.
I don't think they ever did.
They never. They were never. Like already yesterday when he won, it was the highest ever. Like they never made it to the top 4 before this event.
Making history here.
Yeah. So he's the first to make it to the final. First to make it to the top 4. First winner, we'll see. But I mean, he still should be absolutely proud of what he accomplished. And I mean, it's going to be a great finals, a repeat of this exact matchup.
Yeah,
it's going to be a busy afternoon for them as well.
Yeah.
We're going to have a venue change between now and the actual finals. The players are going to get head over there as well. They'll have media responsibilities, of course. So there's a lot of things to think about in between now and then. And, you know, whether that messes up your mental preparation for the final match itself, or whether it gives you just a nice, relaxing break to do something else other than think about cards.
I think, I mean, it really gets you there. Maybe you have these couple of hours where you're thinking, but once you get to the venue, once you see the other finals going on, I think you get hyped. You know, you see them becoming champion, taking that trophy, which is absolutely astonishing, I think, this year, and you want to get it for yourself.
And it's
so
a gorgeous stage, too. Like, when I walked in there last night to take it, it's like, oh, yeah, now that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm sure the players will be, too.
Yeah, I imagine the players want to remain locked in. You know, stepping away from this is kind of difficult for them. But, yeah, as you mentioned, when they get to watch all those other finals matches, they're going to be locked in for sure.
All right, so there's going to be a break in the stream. We're not going to have anything until the grand final starts. We're going to do all of the 4 of them. We're going to start with digital first. TCG will be last. You're going to be able to find it on all these same channels. And the final is currently scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. And I think we're going to be able to do that. Everything's gone fairly smoothly today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there will be a little less than 2 hours before the grand finals begin. We cannot wait ourselves, so make sure to stay tuned, and then we'll catch all of the different finals, and we'll see who the 4 world champions will be here in Ariake.
All right, don't go away. We'll see you at the Garden Theater.